I do want that. I saw those cookies and I said I want one in my mind,
Daddy.
but I wasn't gonna.
Those the god cookies.
You could call Cole your sugar daddy.
Oh, yeah, I had the recording on.
Play it back. Play it back.
He doesn't get one.
No! No. Please
Okay,
call.
we're flocking
I'll
too
call
far.
you in something normal.
Thank you.
Something normal.
Thanks, Fred.
Sugar
Normal?
Daddy is pretty normal.
I think it's an apt name if he's giving you a cookie, you know?
A sugar cookie, no less.
I ran to Walmart after I got off of work. Do you want one?
Thank you, Lord Winter King.
Okay, I'll take it. And I was like,
You ran all the way there? Oh my god.
Crazy frog with no pants. That's what I'm gonna call Cole.
Besides the point.
Yeah.
I was only gonna get myself some snacks to snack on, and then as I was walking past the exit, I was like, cookies. I think everyone would enjoy cookies. And it appears I was correct. Woo!
We do all enjoy cookies.
I enjoy you, cool.
How many
Yeah,
gear
yeah,
slots
yeah,
are
it's
in a box of
fine,
cookies?
I was gonna say, now you kiss.
And now that kid.
Thank you for dinner.
That's fun.
These are girl dinner.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Well, I had lunch at 5, so 5:30.
I'm never to the point in my life where I have to sneakily look up what slang
I
means.
bought 2
But that people know, right?
rifle for the AR.
Yeah, I got Riz.
Google, show me, Riz.
They're super fucking grippy. They feel like sandpaper. I'll pull it out later. But I also bought a weapon-mounted flashlight.
I'm glad to know you got a flashlight and that she's grippy.
Oh my god.
I know.
But you're not surprised.
You're gonna have your moment when the grocery store lights go out.
Grab my
I
water.
believe in you.
Yeah, when the zombie apocalypse happens.
Can't wait.
Well, we need to make a TikTok music in the shower when zombie apocalypse starts.
He's predicted it. Cole, you can never play TikTok
So it has been
music
said,
in the shower
so
ever
it
again.
shall happen.
Cole, it makes me
or
feel better. We were
whatever.
debating whether that was based or cringe, and we settled on based. Sorry, what were you saying?
For
Wait.
what TikTok music?
The music
I,
what
what did I say? So it hasn't said, so it shall be done.
Yeah.
I actually remember the first time we were listening to the Tarzan soundtrack, and I think
That's-
that it was a unanimous decision that is a bass decision.
Wait, was the music
make
I
it
was
sound like a
listening
council.
to now? Was
We are a
TikTok
council,
music?
Gabe. Oh no, neither of us were here yet.
Oh, okay.
The council shall decide your fate.
Based? Oh,
Am I
cringe.
listening to TikTok music now?
Is there?
No.
No, surely not.
Were those actually, are those on TikTok? Are those like popular?
What songs?
Yeah, what songs?
How would you know if you're not on TikTok?
I don't know their names. The videos never tell you the name. I said YouTube Shorts. I don't know who said TikTok, but.
I was listening to Mother.
I wouldn't call it. What's the word? Oh, did you go to their concert?
Was it popular before
Oh, they had a concert, like,
TikTok?
last
Is how
month.
you determine
Really?
if
But I went to a
it's
different
TikTok
concert that
something.
night.
It doesn't matter because I
In
didn't know they
Kansas, so I
existed
couldn't
before
go.
YouTube Shorts.
Fact.
So in my eyes,
Fuck, that would have been
it
fun.
is what it is.
That's acceptable.
Oh.
Feeling new. Sorry, Cole.
Is it an Anime Nebraska this weekend?
Yeah.
Are you going?
That's why I asked Robert if that's why he was busy, but it was the dog all along. Was it your dog?
I mean, it's my parents' dog.
Yeah.
It's the family dog?
I
or
forgot
your
his name.
parents' dog?
Family dog. It's my parents.
Being start, I'll be down.
But we're not gonna start until you're sitting down. This is like a classroom, okay, pal?
What?
What?
Huh?
2 seconds.
Someone was on his phone in class, clearly. I've never actually been to Anime Nebraska. Is that
I
any
went
good?
once.
So was it fun or?
I mean, I was like 10.
Oh.
It's fun.
So there's like stuff I can't
if you're
do.
with friends, it's fun. If you're like trying to go alone, it's not.
My friend went alone, I think.
In cosplay or no?
Yeah, she was dressed up as Sexy Mothman today.
Sexy Mothman? Okay, that's kind of biz.
That is a little based.
Mm.
I don't think she's dressing up any other days.
Oh, the trio of monsters in the fridge. Isn't that cute?
Well, one's mine. So step off.
2 of them are mine, so
Step off.
you can have your.
I will lay claim to all 3.
No.
I don't
Robert
like
has
I can show you my trio. of
taken
monsters.
power. Is it us? Are you like line us up?
Sure.
Yeah, that's.
Cole,
Or is it like
breaking out the
a?
whiskey this early?
My dick and balls.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say Bad Dragon Collection or something. Like
Got
line
whiskey
them
to
up.
spare?
You want some medicine?
This is never gonna start.
No.
Because I'm not a huge fan.
Cole goes,
Wait,
oh.
you thought we were playing D&D tonight?
Cole goes, oh wait, we got here on time, so we have more time to move her up.
That is not. I was just getting myself.
Gabe, try to borrow a glass.
Sure.
No.
Bro, you filled that up to the
Okay.
brim. What the? That's gonna spill.
No, it's not.
You was.
That's not to the brim.
Yeah,
Okay, it's not to the brim, but that doesn't. I do not trust him to spill at least a little bit of that.
Dude. Okay.
That's about as long as
Cole, this, how much you normally do at Jameson?
Maybe a little bit less than that.
See, this is all just part of my plot to get him drunk
I know
faster
we
so he
do a
gives us a
little
hug
bit
before
more.
we leave.
yeah.
I normally do
It's all part of the
a little
grand
bit more
plan.
than this
Yeah.
when I do like crown. Have I brought you
Gaslight,
the caramel
gatekeep.
crown?
Yeah, I was. You lived here when you got it.
Kill.
I got another thanks. Wait, Cole.
Give me more.
No, I had the perfect amount of
Gaslight, gatekeep, gentrify.
There you go.
Gaslight, gatekeep,
You know, I almost
Gabe.
didn't bring this in. I almost went straight to mine. Thank you, Mike.
Gaslight, gatekeep, gerrymander.
I have plenty
Yo,
of alcohol.
we need. Okay, we got gentrify,
I don't
gerrymander.
really care.
Can we get another G word that is ruining civilization?
Germans.
Yeah.
The duality of man.
Germans and yeah.
The two things that are ruining society.
That's my mother and my father right there.
Oh, I have one thing to add before we stop fucking around. I'm gonna go to the Andy the Goose. Do you recall when I explained Andy the Goose?
That's
The
the.
goose from Hastings that was murdered.
Yeah!
Anyway, the
Perfect.
comedy show is tomorrow, so I'm going
Hey, the goose.
to Hastings just to see this comedy show.
Is it worth it?
What was
I
Corky
don't know.
there?
What?
What was like? Never mind.
Oh, he's got the kicks!
He's got the kicks. He's the goose with the kicks.
He was the head. He was like the goose that was beheaded, right?
It was like brutal. It was like defeathered and beheaded in this
Wait,
thing of murder.
if he's dead, then who's running the show?
It's the guy who made shoes for him. It's his granddaughter doing the comedy.
Is
show.
it like awake?
I don't know. We
I
might
don't think
seance
the
the
goose is
goose.
awake.
I'm not entirely sure what we're doing, but it's like a comedy show, and it's supposed to be like a comedic retelling of what happened to this
You're
goose.
gonna chop like.
They better have like a model
When you
goose
go
where
into
they
the
like
door,
put
they
shoes
chop
on
off
like in the middle of the
your
show,
feet.
and like halfway through they just rip his head off.
When Andy gets defeated. Literally.
No, that's fucked up.
Thanks, Cole.
He was born with like out feet, so
He was born in defeat. Okay. Okay, so if you guys ever view your weapon documents, ever, I don't know
Don't.
if you do or not, you might notice some changes happening. And let me assure you that it's all natural. It's just a part of growing up on our quest to publication. So
Quest to publication, I respect that.
you got puberty, we got publication.
Speaking
And by publication, I mean slapping a Creative Commons license at the end of the document and then releasing it into the ether.
Speaking of growing, are any of you guys Markiplier fans?
to some degree.
Have any of you
Like casually.
I haven't watched it. He
Casually.
like
Like
released that thing.
I saw the first 3 episodes of it.
I
the
haven't
first 3
watched
episodes?
it.
I'm watching it with Maya.
Oh, is this his Iron Lung thing?
No, this is his TV. Iron Lung's his movie, his TV show.
I didn't know he was
Guy.
gonna have a TV show because I don't actually keep up with him. But my friend
Yeah.
did send me a video and was like, "Oh my god, we should watch this."
It got like shadow released on Wednesday. It was supposed to be released today, and he has some sort of like contract where he gets a bunch of shit if it makes like top 10. And
What's it about?
it's called Edge of Sleep. The premise is basically if you fall asleep, you die.
Gabe putting this on so he can watch it normally
It's on
and not
Amazon
just
Prime.
for looking at
A
Markiplier.
thriller podcast.
Yeah.
That's a
There-
podcast.
it was
It was a
initially
podcast originally. No, it's a show. The show, I've only seen the first 3 episodes. It's okay.
We binge watched.
What is this
all
on?
six.
Amazon Prime, but also several piracy sites.
Well, I don't know if he gets the same success if he
He
pirates.
does not.
Also, I have Amazon Prime. If you just want me to give you my account.
I'm not actually that interested.
They're 20 minutes. They're 20 minutes a pop, and there's only 6 episodes. So it's 2 hours total.
My guess is
I
everybody
really
dies.
loved it.
My guess is that everybody dies, but after Markiplier gets to show off his chest to the audience.
His what?
His chest.
That's what you want.
It,
Am I the only one?
There are several scenes dedicated.
Ting.
There are several scenes dedicated to Markiplier just being shirtless
So
for no real reason.
You guys remember in episode 7 of Star Wars, the really bad one, where there's that one inexplicable scene of Ben Solo with his shirt off?
He looks so bad.
Yeah. That was so stupid.
Ben Swallow.
Ben Solo. Yeah. Anyway, back on topic.
Why couldn't we do that with
real quick,
Old Man
last-
Han Solo?
Oh my god!
Last side
I'm putting
tangent.
it back on topic, don't you guys
last
fucking
side
understand?
tangent. It's very good, and I would recommend the watch. It is just a good thriller show. It's clearly not A-list actors, but the premise is fantastic.
Alright. Very good.
Wait, is Markiplier actually in it?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
really
okay.
He's the main character. He plays the super nerdy protagonist. He's like awkward and nerdy, and it's fantastic.
That's always like a red flag for me, though. If, like, self-produced shows star the person as the lead, is this an ego trip or is this actually good?
Jaden and I were talking about that, and I would normally agree because 99% of the time it is, but he is not a badass in any degree. He is just unfortunately important,
Yeah.
and he plays this awkward, troubled character, and it's fantastic. He's not, I'm a man making my own show, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna, be the badass that does all the fighting and crime and.
Well, hopefully Markiplier does well, because I will always respect trying to transition from one kind of career to another. But, back on topic for the second time. There have been some balance changes because of the playtest that we've done so far. You don't have to implement them now if you don't want to, but if you do, you can. So if something is different than you remember, that's why. You so far unaffected.
Okay, I was just like, everything looks the same.
You, Ren, so far are unaffected, but soon to be affected. You have been changed, and you are pending change.
Mm-hmm.
The bow feels very balanced.
Yeah.
Is how I will put it. It feels very balanced, where I get my moments, and I also get my time of doing nothing.
I'll discuss junction booze with you tonight.
Yeah. Let's start. Mythos. If I might have your attention, shall we go over the notes for last time?
I would love to, but I'm not allowed. It says right here in my contract.
I think you were not allowed for the past 2 times, so it is about time that you might be allowed again.
1, 2.
I think one of these 2 has yet to.
He did it the 2 times. I did it last time. He did it the time before that with major assistance from him.
Would you like to share notes?
Can you just give me the start point where we started last time? Because that's always... I don't remember where we started.
We started in the fight at like the top of the river with the portcullis. There was like the river here, mud both sides. Barroth that came from this side.
Oh yeah, we had a long ass fight, and then it ran away, and then we went and found them in the cave or whatever. Some of them were going back. I don't remember all their names. Lizzie, the animal lover, is coming back with us.
Yeah.
So is the doctor.
The professor, he's not a doctor.
Doctor, professor, whatever.
I'm a
And isn't there
doctor.
another person?
You're a
Remember this?
professor, Kyle.
No, you've
Or
referred
is
to
it
me
just
as
those
doctor
two?
several
Okay.
times, so now
Oh,
it's
it's
written
crap.
on my
Yeah, you
character
refer to
sheet.
And then we
Professors
went
and doctors,
and
too.
finished off the
I'm
monster.
Dr. Ward.
Yep.
And now we're just heading back, aren't we?
Was there something about a door last time?
Yes.
Obviously unimportant.
What door?
It was optional content that some would consider very important.
I have to say, Myth Divers, I've long been frustrated by our lack of evidence, but I have to say,
Some of these leads seem promising. Could you care to speak a little bit more about the door?
I don't remember the door. I like this ringing no bells.
To be completely
Someone
fair,
didn't remind you then.
to be completely fair, Reggie was also completely uninterested by the door.
So what? The mountain has a basement.
Well, wouldn't it be more like an attic?
It's a basement.
It's a basement to a basement. Ward and
I don't
Father
really
are
up for it.
both
Yeah, but you were
extremely.
lower
Ah, I
elevation.
see.
So you're like in the second basement, going up to the first basement.
I see.
The priest and the doctor were professor, very interested in the door. Had
Father Innocence was entranced by this door. He went in through that goddamn door.
it had some visual properties only present
Visible to me.
to the priest. Ward recognized some of the markings from previous dig sites, as well as an idea of where one of the two keys might be, which he did not disclose to the party.
Well, I have to say, this does seem interesting. I yet hesitate to call it promising. But is there anything we're missing before we begin our session anew?
Some of the party members are staying, some are going.
I think your comrade mentioned that.
Trying to elaborate on that
I
conversation.
heard sane, some are going, like some are losing their minds, and I was like, I don't remember that part.
Well, I mean,
They might be crazy.
we explained more to them about the virus and the scout,
The virus.
the Scott.
So I can't believe they picked coronavirus in my Dungeons and Dragons game.
My immersion. My immersion.
Anything
Our
else?
immersion.
I mean,
Anything else of note?
We convinced Liz and the other professor to continue following us to bring Old Scratch in our search for the Barroth. I believe we ended by breaking through the entrance.
Nope, we ended by killing the barrel.
Oh, did we kill the Barroth last session?
yep, that's where we ended actually.
Yeah, I was also given by Ian 2 barrel eggs. One so I can turn in the professor's quest for him and get his cash reward, and 2 to sell. And
Couldn't remember if we killed the Barroth or not. To be fair, if I remember right, that was after like 11 o'clock.
You obliterated it.
Obliterated it. Oh yeah, because Father dealt a final blow, I believe.
Any other closing notes? Very well.
The dusty dome
How's it
returns.
keep getting dustier?
Time does not flow in quite the same linear manner here in the archives. Don't question.
What would you like to know?
Weather boy. God damn it, you started before I could.
Who wants to be elbows deep in the Barroth corpse right now?
Probably me.
The Reggie?
Father
For
had his hand
materials.
up as well.
Cole had his hand up. Father does not want to.
Girl guaranteed a way to get infested.
Yeah.
Reggie's got it. Oh wait, but I have survival skill.
I will simply survive the infestation.
I will survive the virus. I'll do it the same way I dealt with COVID.
DC
Not
is
changing
19.
a single aspect of my life.
Alright, well, since Reggie seems to be the only person interested in repurposing the Barroth corpse, you may roll an appropriate check.
I was assuming we're all just considering harvesting.
Oh, okay. Then make a group check then.
Yeah.
Survival would be appropriate. As would nature. Or animal handling, actually.
Nature, you say?
I will take nature. It's the only positive score.
11.
Dirty 20 of nature.
11. 11.
11.
11.
Tyler Blevins.
They call me Kevin 11.
11 D should be a real number.
Like from Ben 10.
Yeah.
Brad is turning this VD podcast into a political podcast.
My father's been saying that as long as I could possibly remember.
What's he been
He will
saying?
just,
Sorry, I missed what you
he
said.
will randomly add in 11D should be a real number.
Here, roll
Instead of
this.
110, it should be
You'll roll better.
11D.
Fuck you!
Damn. Alright, what'd you roll, register?
11.
My cash register? Alright.
Dirty
Right.
20.
320, 11, 11.
It's not much better.
You have advantage on these,
It's
don't
still
you?
below 10. I fucking hate everything, dude.
You got it.
I rolled a 9 and a 1.
Yeah, I just rolled an 18.
What the fuck?
A 9
And that's
nine.
why I have a dice
What's
box.
what am I rolling?
Survival. 9 plus your survival modifier
Robert the
would be...
hyena over here.
I fucking hate him.
9
by
plus
the way.
survival would be...
One second. Wisdom is 11.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Cole.
He
So
rolled my
3
die
11s?
for me, and it went from a natural 1 to a natural 20, and I'm...
Why have you not pre-filled your modifiers out?
What do you mean?
Because he's a
Lazy.
psychopath.
These?
Yes.
Because, Cole, there's a mechanic in this setting where you can get bonus skill points through the project bulletin, so if you have not marked those...
Yeah, I have a numerical 1 and advantage on perception.
Yeah, the only thing I've done is culture.
Okay.
I have it marked right there.
Oh, that reminds me, we're also leveling up, so just boost your HP and your hit dice.
What level should we be?
HP 6.
Okay.
Are we fighters?
No. It's every 4 levels.
Wait, we're supposed to be
Hey, Robert,
6?
can you give me a pencil?
Maybe I just never changed it. I probably
Oh.
just changed it.
God!
20.
Alright, so we got 3 11s and a 20.
Yep. 30.
Father, you managed to salvage a couple of shield-like scales and a blunted digging claw. Reggie, you managed to get a large leg bone about the size of yourself, as large as you are tall, and some teeth.
How'd you roll
Oliver.
an HP?
Hmm?
Oh, never mind.
I rolled a 7.
Oliver, you get a Barroth stomach,
Write that down.
and oh wait.
Thank you. I write slow, I have bad handwriting, and I'm writing small.
You managed to salvage Ward the entire Barroth head, and its heart, and its liver.
I'm just having you do what I did last time. I just hold everything and then sell them when we get back.
How am I fitting this Barroth head in this tiny fuel kit? The world may never know.
It's the end of the quest, it doesn't matter.
Okay, perfect. I have so many things. Because I have a Barroth crown, stomach, head, heart, liver, and a tail on this fuel kit.
Ward, as you handle the Barroth's head, you do note there is a slight cloudiness to its eyes. You see the professor beginning to poke at the neck stump where the head has been severed.
Hey, Professor.
What are you wanting?
I'm just gonna, like, turn around and hold the head directly facing him. Notice anything?
The eyes appear to be partially occluded.
And doesn't that fit with the theory of the disease?
Yes, but I was wanting to look a little deeper. Could I borrow your hunter's knife? Fine, then you can cut the neck open.
Oh, sure. I will walk up and...
Careful, careful. Roll survival.
Can he aid me since he's giving me directions?
Sure.
15. No bonus.
Perfect. And then if you could, yes, and then you was at with your hook, and then together you all managed to do what the professor wanted, which was to cut open the neck, hook one of the lungs, and then pull it so it's inside out, outside of the neck. Yes, I was wondering about this. See those? And he's pointing at buboes, blisters, inflamed sacs,
He pokes at them. Inflamed portions. Something has invaded its respiratory system and has begun infecting it.
This is COVID.
Perhaps a better word, infesting.
Infesting how? Like laying eggs or?
This is too large to be microbial. I think this is probably some kind of parasite. But I don't want to cut one of these open, so...
I mean, I'll do it.
No, you will not.
No?
You do want to get sicker, more infected.
No, but figured I'd cover my mouth and hands and...
We should do this the proper way, and we will do it inside a laboratory.
Okay.
From
So should we
scratch.
take the lungs with us?
No, it's too risky.
How do you suggest we transport it then to get it to a
We're
lab?
not going to. I suggest we burn it, and then we take some monster egg, and a few other things, and then... Yeah.
You want to torch it?
Anything else here you think we can harvest?
Well, I guess that depends. Are you... How confident do you feel carrying around a potentially biohazard? What is it? A biohazard, yes. A thing that could get you direly sick. How would you feel about carrying that around on your knife?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to.
Anyone else? Does anyone have a jar or a water skin? Something similar?
I do have a water skin.
Would you be willing to relinquish it?
Yeah,
Can I borrow a flare too while you're at it?
sure.
While your pockets are
I'm
open.
going to like try and burn clean the hunting knife.
That's not how flares work.
Is it not enough heat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flares are more like a chemical reaction kind of light. You really need real fire.
Because I guess I'm picturing the flares that are actually like creating sparks and heat.
They're like a firecracker,
Okay.
you know. Or like a firework. It's not something that's actually... It's combustible, but it's not flammable.
Gotcha. Because like traditional flares would be. So that's why I asked.
Are they?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Hence the fire damage it deals, or the burning damage.
Flares don't deal fire damage.
Don't they deal burning tokens?
Those are, those are torches.
Oh.
Flares do a stagger.
But flares do create heat and sparks.
I think that's kabut. Oh wait, regardless, the ones in the setting are just
That's fine.
combustible.
That's fine. Okay. Never mind then.
Or just one of my flares. Yeah,
You have an infinite number!
I'll just cut this. Not cut the sack, but I'll just empty the water, the sack of water.
Is anyone willing to let me borrow their hunter's knife?
I will tentatively flip mine over the blade side towards me and hand it to him.
If you wanted to leave this behind, I don't think anyone would blame you. You carefully cut up with one of the buboes, that's the real term, where a white pus-like liquid pours out, and he scrapes them into your water skin and closes it. Then, I guess I am away being fixed. Did you just not reamortize its point?
And if you want to leave the knife, that's fine too, or I can take it back. Doesn't really matter.
He's just holding it out to you, either to tell him to drop it or take it back.
I will take it and like throw it inside the Barroth. Just to get rid of it. I rolled for it to
Bro,
see.
what is this barrel eating?
I rolled for it to see if what I would do, and I rolled really low, so I was like, I'm not keeping it.
So we're gonna get rid of the body then. Anything else we didn't harvest? Probably not.
I have stomach, tail, head, heart, and liver. And I know some bones and something else.
I wanted to go out on a limb and just say we can't then.
Yeah.
And then,
Can I craft a torch then? To
Yeah, there are woody plants nearby. Yeah. So make a machinery or survival check.
machinery, please. 12. Not 2012.
You ask to borrow someone else's hunter's knife.
Yeah.
You used to hack at some woody plants, tie them together.
Before you bring the whole thing down, can you hold the torch up to just one of the buboes?
Sure.
See how it reacts.
And with the help of a flare, which is combustible, you're able to light it on fire, and then it begins to burn.
Okay.
You approach one of the buboes.
Yeah. I also realized I could have tried to disinfect my hunting knife now with the torch, but that's fine.
Que sera, sera.
It's on.
Nothing appears to happen when you hold the torch up to the buboes.
Can we see anything that...
Plus.
Trying to do similar thing to, like, the lungs itself. Can we... This is so far from Ward's expertise. He's just trying to see if he can find anything that looks out of the ordinary.
The whole thing is covered in just white, gross sores.
Okay.
Buboes. It looks larger than it should be. And it... Oh! Roll medicine.
14 plus 0.
They're full of water. The lungs were when you had Oliver pull them out with his hook, which, by the way, he's gonna want that torch.
Yeah.
A bunch of water came out of the Barroth's lungs. More than what would be present in an air-breathing creature.
I will hand you the torch to attempt to disinfect your equipment and let you burn it when you are ready.
I'll just disinfect it. Yeah. I was curious if it had any special reaction to heat, but does not appear so. I'll burn the body.
The Barroth body goes in flames. A sickly, sour, acrid smell of smoke and meat fills the air.
We probably want to get out of here. It's going to attract scavengers.
Yeah. I don't really want to deal with the Nargacuga again. As clear as it was last time.
Well, I reckon it's about time to turn back to base then. That's Liz.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon you're right.
You guys begin the long trek back to Rainbow Basin.
Kind of game.
For
It's this kind of game. Rainbow.
Oh my god, you guys finished the quest. You leveled up.
Is there gold?
I can remove my
At
death
the end.
fails and heal. Also, to answer your question earlier, I rolled a 7 on HP. How about you?
Rolled a 5. Might as well have taken the average. Right.
I
You
prefer
find-
to roll. Sorry.
Yourselves back in Olaf's office. Would anyone like any tea?
Yes.
Coffee?
T.
Absolutely. And he takes his file-powered little electric kettle, pours you some tea.
Can I see where he keeps his ingredients?
Yeah, he's just got a cabinet behind the desk, filled with boxes of tea and liquor and other sort of drinkables. In this room, there are the four of you and Liz. The professor is absent.
Where did he go as we got back?
You had mentioned to Olaf something about some of his crimes, I assume?
Yeah.
And he's been sent for disciplinary action with the colonel.
He's gonna get off scot-free.
Yeah, well, we knew that.
Then you guys went to bed. It is now the morning after. So I believe it is time. I can't get the professor's voice out of my throat. I believe it is time to begin the debriefing. What do we have to talk about?
A lot.
We couldn't. We could not find Ian and the other girl. What was her name?
Natalie.
Natalie. According to two survivors' reports, they're dead. They died.
Elizabeth nods her head. I can corroborate that. There was a Nargle Kuga out there, and I think it got him, most likely. And she produces, a paper with a sketch of some human chunks missing. This is a sketch I took at the time. Found some of the body parts, bones, teeth, the like.
As for their team, so the team was located, and proof of their, at least their survival was found, and proof of death through eyewitness testimony has been found as well.
I see.
I will also draw one of the sharp silver
Scales. Yeah.
that I gathered. The Nargacuga was, as far as we are aware, very uncharacteristically hostile. I think a warning of some form to alert other party members that are going to be in the area of its presence.
If you don't mind my asking, what did the professor have to say about it?
He didn't want to draw any hasty conclusions, but he seemed to want to imply that it had been infested with some sort of disease.
And the dog?
The dog we retrieved and rescued in order to find the other survivors, and Old Scratch led us to the two survivors.
Yes, and I have received a report from the colonel about what the professor said about his testimony, and he actually shoves it to the side so he can put his elbows on his desk and look a little closer at all of you. I want to hear what you have to say about his behavior, his character, and the like.
Oh, well, before we get to that part, I also wanted to report, and I pulled out the bear. Where would I have put the Barroth eggs? Would I have given them immediately?
You would have kept them. They're too valuable.
Yeah. I've also acquired the Barroth egg for that was asked for his team to acquire. I've acquired that for them as well.
It is good to see at least we have a competent team here. I know you would not fail me.
Yeah.
You can give it to Matt later.
See the other hall
Give it
of
to
God
Matt.
from that Barroth. Lord will just kind of like chuckle while like swirling his tea. It's like, my tent smells terrible.
Olaf raises a whiskey glass and he says, "Well, to the victor go the spoils."
Indeed.
Anyways, on to. Sorry to have detracted from that your proposed topic.
Anyways, not at all.
But I believe you were asking us about the professor.
Yes, his character.
I would like to know what his report was.
Oh, you want to know what the colonel has
And Ward
decided?
says this like laughing very clearly, like not. I want to make sure my story matches with his,
Yes,
but the
well,
opposite.
I will not waste your time by reading the testimony, but as far as disciplinary actions going, he is to have all his pay revoked, he's not to be allowed free roam anywhere, and he is to be kept within eye line of any of our security detail, which includes the new team we have reassigned him to.
May I ask what his work will be? What his focus will be?
He is to develop the cure,
Okay, good. So this guy knows about the cure.
and he is not to leave the base.
How freely will this cure be distributed? Would it be distributed among the natives, for example?
I was going to talk to you about that, but at the present moment we are prioritizing employees of Innovation Electric. That is to say, even if any of this hearsay is true. At the present moment, we have given him this task more to keep him busy and occupied so he is not getting into trouble. As a way to keep tabs on him, yes?
As far as his testimony, he wholeheartedly believes that this disease is real.
Yes, my report says there were some tears shed in the debriefing.
Believe that to be true as well.
Does Olaf laugh at that remark, or
He gives a dry chuckle, but he doesn't seem to find it very funny.
There are a handful of things that feel a little too coincidental for there to be something completely worth writing off, but as far as his behavior, confrontational and stubborn, if I had to put it in 2 words.
I see. That reminds me, Father, you are to, if you agree of course, have the professor for counseling. As the spiritual expert in this team,
We are hoping you can give him some moral counsel. We will pay you, of course, but it is... Alright.
While he was talking to you about this, Ward is actively smiling and trying to look away just to not start laughing.
We will clue you into his security detail and his schedule. He is not to be allowed out of your sight. Look at me. You understand? Not out of your sight.
Correct.
Good. Anything else?
Have you seen the professor yet?
I caught a glimpse of him as you were ushering him in last night.
I wonder how the bruise is doing on his forehead.
I probably would have talked to the party about this last night, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to tell Olaf about the basement we found?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. That is some... I don't want to speak for the party, and especially I don't want to speak for Father, but I believe that's something the two of us would like to thoroughly investigate before...
The door?
Yeah, before...
I'm telling fucking nobody about that.
I'm saying I believe the two of us would like to investigate it before anybody else gets word of it.
Absolutely.
I also, during this conversation, would reiterate that I very actively want to investigate the door with your assistance. Phrased better as like working with you,
Then,
not just your assistance.
here's my question, a proposal of sorts. How, I feel I like to get like a fishnet out and start searching for any information regarding a second one of those keys, perhaps.
I can speak with what's his name? The guy that I didn't mean to rob, Charles. I can talk to Charles and kind of start spreading that question because I had seen similar markings at a previous dig site, and coincidentally, after returning from this investigation, I'm trying to look into that again to see if this site might have it or if anybody comes across it, since that's something my job description entails already looking for.
Alright.
Just as I had looked into them at my last job, and I'm still trying to research it. That's part of why I'm here, so I don't think that would draw any suspicion.
Yeah, sounds good.
And if you have people that you want to kind of loosely cast that net to, say that...
I didn't know if we wanted to ask Olaf to cast the net for us, and if we so, how we would pitch it. Because I feel like Olaf has much more sway and strength in how far he can cast that net.
I could bring it up at our meeting in the morning with, now that I'm back at camp for a week, this is still something that I'm looking into and make a loose sketch of some of the markings. And
but how can you justify the request to look for something so specific?
I can't justify a quest.
No, not a request, but like, if you ask him, hey, have you heard of anything, he'll obviously have a question to why you've heard of it, why you're asking about it.
It's what I did at the previous dig site, and I have some downtime now that the crew has been retrieved, and it's what I plan to look into while I'm in camp before going out again.
Okay.
You disagree, or?
I'm not sure. Maybe it is from a perspective of that's skewed because I already know, but I feel like if I were told that, I'd be at least a little suspicious on why you're asking about something so obscure.
I can come back to him tomorrow afternoon and be just like, hey, I don't want to bug you. I know we were meeting this morning, got back to my dig site and was going through, and this kind of popped up in my mind as something I want to be looking for. Would you mind, if anybody has information, sending them to me?
That works.
As long as same conversation, but at a separate instance.
Mm-hmm.
Flashback to the present.
Yep.
Is there anything else I need to know? Reggie, you've been silent. Anything to say?
No, nothing I add.
Anything else?
As for a question on bonds for quest completion, last time Handler gave it directly to us, but I'm assuming that's not the case.
Oh, yes, I'm forgetting. Thank you.
He scrubs his beer a little.
I think it's just been
He sets down his whiskey glass and shoves it to the side. Turns it over the drawer.
Yes, it is another 1,500 bonds. On top of whatever earnings you have gotten after you turn in materials.
Would we get any, how can I put this gently? I want to ask for the professor's team's, bond reward, since I'm giving that, I essentially completed their task with the egg.
Were they tasked with getting the egg or killing the Barroth?
Getting the egg.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the professor's team, what was their team name again?
Dragon's Fang?
Dragon's
The
Fang.
Dragon's Ring. Yes.
Their task was to retrieve a barrel thing.
Yes,
correct?
it was.
Would I be able to claim the reward for that since I did it in their stead?
Well, you see, we were going to post the reward for you, but at this news we are spending the bonds on a funeral for Elizabeth, for Natalie and Ian.
Fair enough. I can still turn in the
Egg to Matt.
egg to Matt then.
Anything else?
Um,
What was that?
I was just saying anything, you know, just.
Would you know what the plan with the egg would be once returned to Matt? Because the professor had a very desired goal to be able to study it. Do you know if that would be true?
Matt just takes care of the processing.
Yeah.
Once we've added it to inventory and gone to the proper checks, it will find its way to the professor.
Okay, just curious.
Unless you want to do the paper.
No, it's not my specialty.
That is not mine either.
He says, looking disgustedly
At the
at
stack of
paperwork on his desk.
I forget. Can you describe Olaf's room again? Did he have like the vibe of like a retired hunter? Like,
Yeah, he's got a gun line stuff on his.
Yeah, I forgot if he had.
Like an oversized one too, right?
They're oversized.
They're inherently oversized.
Anything else?
I don't think so. Thank you for the tea.
He nods. You have the week off. Spend the time as you see fit. Meet me here again in a week for your next assignment. Dismissed.
Ward's immediately gonna go see if he can buy a pack of smokes from whoever would sell them.
Matt.
Yeah.
Under the table.
I guess we have a lot of equipment to go sell.
Well, yeah, we'll do that. But for now, everyone gets 375 bonds.
You guys adding your money in?
What
was it?
Everyone gets 375.
I believe we had discussed the backpack upgrade as this week's
Possibly.
major
We'll
boon.
as we look at the
Right, I'm saying that was the
that was the
runner-up
Yeah.
last week. Because we did the weapon upgrade last time.
All right.
Where we had gang.
Matt, I believe.
Matt is sitting slumped at his desk.
Gazing off into the distance.
Everyone want to turn in their stuff, and we'll just divvy it up evenly.
Sure.
I do have one request though. I'd like to. Through a series of coincidences, made a personal investment with Ian, where I had sacrificed some of my personal bonds in order to gain his trust and possibly have an ally out there. So if it's okay with you guys, I'd like to at least claim my own personal bonds for one of the Barroth things, for whatever that is worth in bonds.
It's fine with me. I assume we're having this conversation while walking there.
Yeah.
Fine with me. Morning, sport.
Ah!
Sergeant.
Ward! Ah, and the rest of you. Reg, my guy.
Matthew.
Oliver, father. What brings you to my humble abode today?
We got shit for you.
Exchange of goods.
Is it shit o'clock already?
It is shit to sell.
Say, you got any news on those two lassies that went missing?
Well, one of them is they're both found, but one is found and the other is found.
Really? Man, I told her that guy was dangerous, but no. Girls never want to listen to me.
If it
I mean,
helps,
he
he
died
died
too.
too.
I don't want to speak ill today.
So he wasn't dangerous enough to keep them safe, unfortunately.
All right. Well, what do you got for me?
Barroth head.
Barrel head?
Chunk.
Okay, here's what we have to do. We have to get itemized report from him and then from the chef as well. We have to compare whatever gets.
Oh,
So,
that's right.
I think you probably just list off all the items. And
Okay, yeah. Ward will have a grocery list.
Yep.
Barroth head.
350.
Okay.
Do you want me to write this down?
Yes, if you could.
I'm just gonna do this any of that.
Okay. Barroth head.
350.
1 second. Sorry.
Tree fitty.
Tree fitty for
Head
the like
350.
monster. Heart. Barroth heart.
150 for that.
Barroth liver.
That's 50.
Barroth crown.
That's 100.
Barroth tail.
That's 100.
Barroth stomach.
That's 50.
I have 3 of the silver scales.
That'll
Sorry,
be
you
15.
said stomach was 50?
Yep.
Okay.
I have scales.
You said 3 scales,
15
15
Apiece?
each, or 15 total?
total.
Okay. Is there a reason for me not to turn in just the regular meat from... Yes, I have 3 miscellaneous meat.
15.
I have a miscellaneous bone.
5.
And what do you guys have?
I have
I
some.
have anything. What did I get?
You got a thigh bone as large as you are tall.
Oh yeah, I didn't write it down.
I got some
I
digging
did just
claws
that.
and some scales.
Thigh bone.
Well, Reggie, here's the thing.
Can I use it as a hammer? Can I just start using this as my weapon?
I was about to tell you that. I can submit this to biology for you, or you can try and submit it to weapons. Save yourself some money on the side. I could give you 104 for biology. You could probably get 120 if you submit it to weapons instead. You just keep it.
I'm gonna keep it.
All right.
I want to hit people with bones.
Alright, so we're not going to include the thigh bone. And then you had the what?
Scales and a digging claw. Total I can give you for that is 20.
Okay, we'll go compare prices at the other place.
All right. Barroth head. Chef will give you a 350.
350, okay.
You want me to do my racist Chinese accent for the chef?
Yes, please.
Oh, hello! Welcome to chef. I give you buns from food, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Go down the list again, please.
Heart.
Heart, I give you 150.
Okay, liver.
I give you 60.
Okay. Crown.
I can give you 90.
Tail.
I can give you 110.
Okay, stomach.
I can give you 50.
See? 3 scales.
10.
3 meat.
I give you 30.
30.
30.
Okay. Bone. A miscellaneous bone.
10.
And then scales and a digging claw.
20.
Okay. So, the head. I'm just gonna give everything we that's tied to him as well.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Or is there any difference in if they're tied?
No.
Okay. So we're giving the head for 350,
Yes.
the heart for 150.
Yes.
We're gonna give him the liver for 60,
Yes.
the tail for 110.
Yes.
The
The heart for 100 as well.
heart was 150.
Oh, sorry. There's so they're worth 100. Sorry, the tail.
The tail was,
Start,
okay.
start from the top,
So-
and I'm gonna calculate.
I can just
all this.
calculate this for you guys. If you
Okay.
want.
Okay. Head is 350.
Yes.
We're giving to this guy. Heart is 150. We're
Yes.
giving to this guy. Liver is 60. We're giving to
Yes.
this guy. The crown was 100 at Matt, so we're
Yeah.
giving it to him. Tail is 110 here.
Yes.
Stomach is 50.
Yes.
3 scales is 15 at Matt.
Yes.
3 meat is 30 here.
Yes.
The miscellaneous bone is 10 here.
Yes.
And the scales and claw doesn't matter, it's 20.
Yes. And then 120 bonds in Reggie's pocket.
From
He submitted it to his weapons department
Oh,
for use
okay.
of materials.
got 895 divided by 4. Everybody gets 222, and somebody gets 224.
Just round it up.
Okay, 224 to everybody.
Oh, we're on to 225.
Why don't you, yeah, 5.
It's 223.75.
Yeah, 225.
Round up to multiple 5, so 25.
Okay.
And then you get an extra 120.
Dang. You guys know any other pretty girls out there?
Me.
Standing right here, baby.
And then I have 2 barrel things. One I have to give for basically nothing, right?
Yeah, one is being submitted.
Yeah, I submit that, and then the bonds go to the funeral, and then a second barrel thing. Ooh.
I can submit that to biology for you for 500.
And then I'll ask the chef about it as well.
I give you 300. Big omelet.
Okay. Submit it to biology for 500 then.
Yep.
Big omelet, 300. I'm sold.
There's also that'd be also be a very infested omelet.
Yeah. Unless it's cooked all the way through. Alright, now to go to the weekly
Yes.
Google
Check the
Doc.
project bulletin. There are new projects available.
Honor the legendary artifact.
The Hunter's campsite has finished construction, and
You are welcome.
2 new buildings are available, but they are not. They cannot be constructed until you submit the proper materials. Basically.
Paleozons?
What's the question there?
What are paleozons?
Oh, that's the culture he studied. Paleozons.
Okay.
Were you gonna do any digging about your little side quest there?
Hmm?
The shock. Are you gonna do any digging with your little key quest?
Yeah, I'm afraid I would after
Okay.
all this stuff, because it'll take place over the course of...
Then some of this will make more sense in retrospect.
We gave the poison gland from the Great Rocky. Is that kind of submitted for the? I know we have to get the Rocky and Tail as well.
You need a new one.
Oh, it's a different one.
Yeah.
Okay. But we do get the disease incubation list.
Alright, should I do that first then?
Oh, whatever you want.
Sure.
We have an extra matic from the adventure. If we can submit that to the reverse engineer materials.
Did you read the description?
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I was just reading take item to whatever, because I assume these are all submissions for
Wait, we could have saved that egg for disease incubation.
No, that is submitted.
that's what we
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's why we submitted one for basically nothing.
Some of these don't cost anything.
Well, that's because they're submissions.
The medbay and the power plant are submissions.
Oh,
In order to construct.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you guys feel if I did contact a trader, or someone else did contact a trader? Where it basically anytime we work at a site, it increases the bonds that we get by 100.
Can you work and do a task?
Nope. You do a task where you work. So you're choosing between leveling a skill and earning bonds, or spending bonds and getting a perk. Those are your 2 options.
In all of these. Okay, never mind.
How are you going to spend your money, Father?
Hookers and blow.
Oh, so you're going to the chaplain.
Oh, by the way, you're getting plus 200 bonds in your pocket for counseling.
Hell yeah. God, I can't wait to tell the person how much of a piece of shit
I still
they are.
think the better backpacks is going to be worth it.
I think so too. I think we should just basically each pool 400 bonds into it, and then just have one person do it.
That's fair.
Which one?
The better backpacks. Everyone gets an extra inventory slot.
Ooh, that is pretty good. How much is that?
1,600. So we should each put 400 in.
I'd be okay with that.
Reggie, are you in with the plan?
Yeah, I think getting more backpack slots is good.
Okay.
Who wants to do it?
More monster materials to hold. Well, I'm just saying I did it last time. I did the work. Or I did the thing that helps everyone.
All right.
Father is working at
Thank you,
proving
Father.
grounds Okay.
Father, go build us a backpack. You know, he used to sew bodies together. What's sewing a few backpacks together?
Well, maybe it's like
Okay.
I do
905.
on-site counseling with the.
This is part of the field trip. You're gonna be working together. Manual labor.
Yeah. This is a part of the bonding experience.
You're like making a
By bonding, you
metaphor
mean-
out of the project. You're like, see, every stitch you make is like a
I've-
They're
prayer to
packing
the
field
Night
lunches.
Mother.
I have another idea that could be useful. I would need 100 bonds from each of you. I could hold a seminar and all hunters gain an additional proficiency skill in a mental stat.
Hold a seminar. Where is that?
The very top at my dig site. I cannot afford it at the moment. So I would need 100 from each of you. But I could hold a seminar, so like I could get proficiency in survival, which I don't have.
Here's a quick question I have. Does anyone want any of the modifications to their trees? Like you can add actions to your trees or whatever. The erupting trees. To the bottom right of each table.
Most days.
Most tables.
I wouldn't. 'Cause it's. Honestly, the test dummy for me could be very useful because then my strafing shots I would be able to move 10 feet.
No, that's you already have a 5-foot step. That would be.
It says one hunter can add a 5-foot step
You already
to
have a strafe.
one of the red or blue moves in the combo tree.
You already have one. That's sorry. Let me just unless
Not stackable.
it's already a
Okay.
strafe baby. I do have to step in because the move trees are very delicately balanced.
That's fine.
I'm sorry, Brad, but I don't want you
Running in the
jumping
hole.
10 feet across the map every time you make an attack.
You mean you don't want me to be able to make my normal movement speed and 3 attack actions in one turn?
It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Aw.
Could add like Dragon Piercer. Hunt it out better.
That if
Did
you
Dragon
wanted to
Piercer's not
pay,
a blue move.
yeah, it's a blue move.
That's teal move.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, is it teal? Damn.
Then I don't think it's worth it because Whistling Arrow I rarely use in combat, and Sandbag Arrow I have more flexibility range wise. That I've yet to run into a scenario where a 5-foot step has made or break that decision. If you're wanting to pay for me to do it, that would be great. I'm more leaning towards holding a seminar to boost all of us, or doing another week working at my dig site to keep buffing my perception.
By the way, I'm assuming the recover action has the same qualifier as the strafe. If it already has the recover action, then you can't
Yeah.
use it. Okay. I was gonna say we could add extra recover to one of your sheaths. Okay. You said you wanted to hold a seminar, right?
So Ward's train of thought for his week is I am leaning towards either working on a project at the dig site to buff my perception again, because then my passive perception would be 20. So it's harder for us to get snuck up on, or to hold a seminar, which requires 100 gold from each of you.
And let me just put something in perspective. You will probably be able to do this 2 more times after this.
Okay.
So
It benefits me directly because I have survival I have a 0, and insight I have a 0, which are 2 skills that I would be considering using that on.
Part of me argues that holding a potluck would be a better use of 1100 credits.
Where's
Base
potluck?
Base chaplain, bottom left one.
I'd be fine with doing that too. Yeah, I'd be fine spending my week doing any of those 3 actions. Unless somebody else is not sure what they want to do and they wanted to hold the potluck. I guess realistically, if we hold the potluck, we should all chip in. I don't know why I had the thought of, yeah, I'll add 900 to this, and everybody else can add, 100.
Question: how is balance training the same cost as improved camp's medicine?
What do you mean?
Aren't they both effectively the same? One is just for only 2 statuses instead of all of them.
Yeah, but you could also use them on the same person.
I guess. That's a big investment on one person.
Stamina training wouldn't be a bad idea either.
I am considering...
Do we level up? Or is it just HP and hit die?
It's just HP. I mean, that is a level up, but it's just HP and hit dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't advance the stat boost any faster, I assume.
Yeah.
I'm considering the preach meditation one, which allows me to add recover to one of my moves.
You know what? Let's make that a level up. It doesn't really matter.
Well, we would get a stat boost, right?
And extra. This would be your 3rd, not your 4th. So you gain them on every 4 levels. So your next one is at 8.
Oh, okay.
We get an accelerated one. We get it 1 quest faster.
We're only going to have 2 more quests, though.
2 more quests where you will be back.
So we'll presumably have 3. Because it'll be... We have 1 more quest. We have a quest come back to base, quest come back to base, and then a final quest after that last base.
Okay, so we would hit level 8.
Basically, we'll hit level 8 no matter what. This will just accelerated by 1 quest.
This means you'll end on 9 instead
I think that's also worth it, but...
I think we take it. We should do it next time.
Okay.
Or it would matter next time because that'll give us the stats for that quest.
Okay. What are you leaning towards? You have anything you're wanting to do?
I was gonna raise my survival for getting materials.
I don't think that's a bad decision either.
Working at the proving grounds? Gotcha.
That's what Reggie does.
That's what he does. He works at the proving grounds. He's got a lot to prove.
Reggie has nothing to prove.
Okay. If... Where'd my calculator go? If everybody wants to give me 275, I will hold a potluck.
I thought you only needed 100 out of us.
And then I realized that I don't want to spend 800 of my gold
Honestly,
and 100 from each of you.
Why don't we just have them pooled in group funds? Like,
Yeah, we don't really have.
Because there are personal ones in there that are attempted to
all
grab.
right. You guys can do more math then.
275 apiece, and I will hold a potluck.
Wow.
Father, you okay with this?
Thankfully, I'm great at mental math.
How much How much does it cost to throw a potluck?
1100.
Jesus Christ.
All of our saving throws go up by 1. That's why we're doing the
How
potluck.
much money do you have?
Well, he wants it to be, since we're all benefiting from it, he wants everyone to equally contribute.
Similar to how you're currently doing the backpack upgrade and we split the cost 4 ways, I realized I would like to do the same thing.
A money grubber.
Yeah, fair enough. 275 then. Yeah.
275.
Don't forget to mark the Roman numeral next to your saving throw to indicate your potluck perk.
Do we choose a saving throw?
All
Oh, it's
Yeah, it's all of them.
Ugh, I'm poor.
of them.
What are you
We
down
got
to?
200 monies for canceling.
What are you up to?
What are you spending money on?
Nothing.
So, father is making bags.
I'm
It's all
cooking.
a potluck.
Hell yeah.
Someone's got to eat that Barroth tail, right?
Might as well be me.
Reggie and Oliver, what are the plans with you two?
Go to the proving
I'm
grounds.
deciding how selfish I want to be.
Okay. You get
Survive.
plus 500.
I
Don't
did.
forget
I calculated it already.
to add your +1 numeral.
I did that too.
Oh. Wow, someone reading the descriptions and doing everything properly?
Well, I hadn't read it before today because last time I was just like, yeah, sure, we can do the weapons, and then I never opened the document, so.
That's okay.
It actually looks pretty nice, you know. Pretty organized.
Put emojis in there.
I know, I appreciated it.
I thought that the pictures would make more intuitive sense than just the names. If I had to say that there was one thing that you should absolutely all buy at some point, is this that extra level up. Or it may be...
Well, I guess, have you done your...
No, I'm
Round
deciding what I want to do. So 'cause I currently have 10.
also heavily
I currently have
recommending-
1,025 bonds. So if I borrow 75 bonds from one of you and return it later, I could do something that was like incredibly good personally to like increase my status threshold to 3 or something.
I'm also recommending large structure rules also
Where's that at?
under the Hunter's campsite.
Learn advanced crafting.
Lets you make boats and shit. But you know, spend it on whatever you want.
I'm almost more thinking we do all the big shit this run. Because how much stamina train's 1,100? We can afford it if you spend the week on stamina training. So that's another 275 from each of us. I know Father can afford it. You have enough, I have enough, and Reggie just made 500. I think it's worth considering we do all of our team stuff this round, basically, and do all the personalized stuff afterwards.
I'm down for that. I'm trying to decide if I want to do hold a seminar, hold a seminar, lobby for better gear, or stamina training.
One's lobby for better gear.
I like lobby for better gear.
Everyone gets
I always
plus one
love
AC.
having high AC.
I don't know how much AC matters though, considering.
I also don't think it matters very much. I feel like we're either 100% getting hit
Or
using our stuff to reduce it. That's also coming from somebody with a 13 AC, so he misses when he rolls a 1.
These two benefit from AC more than you two do.
Yeah.
You a lot, you surprisingly a lot too.
So,
If I got a +1, I'd be at 20.
so my argument in this one should hold less weight.
Especially since monsters will be attacking you at mostly neutral after this. Which means that your chance of getting hit and your chance of getting hit are going to increase.
Or a level up, and we get more health and hit die to take more damage.
If you want to take damage.
Yeah, that's planning for failure, which is not something I like to do.
I mean, don't get me wrong, an extra level up, goated, but like. Also,
Okay.
remember, if the monster misses, you don't have to spend evasion. Just saying.
I can't be part of this argument. I have an AC of 13. You have
it
to
could
roll
be 14.
You have to roll a 1 or a 2 to miss.
Well, then it could be a 1, 2, or a 3. Wait,
All
what?
right.
Actually, most monsters are +8, so we're hitting about a 5 or lower, 4 or lower to be a miss.
So it's a 20% chance of
If you
Block
bump
it.
that up, it would be a 25%.
Alright, here, I'm taking a vote among you three, and whatever majority is between you three, I'll decide on. Do you want the +1 to AC or the level up?
Right now, I'd rather have +1 to AC.
What do you want?
I'd vote level up.
The decider.
Alright. Everyone give me 275. We're leveling up.
Maybe next time, Reggie.
I will vote for it next time, 100%. But also selfishly,
You can't play both sides.
this helps me right now. No, just fully selfishly, the level up does more use for me. So that's why I'm voting
Now
for
I'm
it.
even more poor. Ah, fuck you.
Hey, we did 3 $1,100 purchases. Or no, the bag was bigger, right?
1,600. Yep. But she in the group funds essentially canceled it out by gaining 500.
Yeah, my opinion is that the extra gear slot is probably the best perk in the whole list.
I mean, it's the most expensive for a reason.
It's tied with the better weapons, which
We purchased that first, right?
Yeah, we purchased that first. Because the reason I went with that over the better gear slot is because two people are running whetstones, which basically means you get a stack of second whetstone on top of it, while everyone else also gets a free whetstone.
You have 2 whetstones. Yes. I just carry them around.
You don't use them. Hey, you get the
No.
passive
You're
buff.
sharpening.
Well, I'm like ready to.
You
I
get the
just kept
passive
forgetting.
buff from
I do.
Whetstone.
Do I get
You
two,
only
do I
measure-
get double? I was gonna say I don't think I
No,
get
no.
double passive. I only have the one passive, but I have one to eat. Should I need to? I just start gnawing on this
I
rock.
assumed that you were just sharpening the other whetstone with the other whetstone.
Oh,
Eternally
Permanently.
Yeah.
An infinite whetstone.
Yeah.
guess just max rolled their level up, hit die.
I rolled a 10 on my 12, so I felt pretty good.
Ah, great. No, I won't have to adjust monster scaling. Joking.
72 health. I'll be at 100 before the end of this.
72.
Alright, now let's just give everyone extra hit die damage.
What are you at?
I rolled another
power token.
I rolled another 7, so I'm at 65.
I'm at 66 now.
God damn it, Robert. Can we go back to 25 and Kenji, or it was the other way around?
How am I at 53?
Did you roll your second level up right now? Did you roll your...
Yeah.
Have you been adding your con modifier every time?
Yeah.
Do you suck at rolling?
Well, he has a plus 2 con, so he should be at, like, you're at 53 right now? He should be at 60 if he had the equivalent to ours, but he's just been slightly unlucky, I guess.
I haven't been rolling. I think I might have not rolled for health one time.
Alright. Who?
Yeah,
Hold
'cause
on.
that would get me up to...
Yeah.
What's your hit die? Let's check.
He's got a D8.
Samurai's
No,
D10.
it's a D10.
Oh, it's a D10? Yeah, you definitely missed one then.
Yeah. Because
It
mine's
should
a
be 10 higher.
D8. I should not have the lowest HP.
Whoops.
Mine has a D12 because hammer is base.
Yeah. No,
Reggie's doing
I
that.
should definitely have the lowest health.
Boom,
Even if it's by 1.
Well, he still has the lowest health.
What is he up to?
63.
Oh,
He has
okay.
the worst luck, I suppose. But here's a secret, Cole. You're a samurai. You heal like
Lot.
once a turn if you want. So, right, you're holding a potluck. You're just doing your job, Reggie. You're training at the hunter's campsite, and you are counseling our friend, the professor,
And he's also getting us better backpacks.
while you're packing lunches for the less fortunate.
I would also like to
Hold
talk to
on, what are
Oliver.
you doing in function? What's your job again? Like actual,
Archaeologist.
no, like his what's the
He's on the potluck.
potluck? Okay.
I will hold a potluck at the end of the week.
You're talking to Oliver first, you said?
I would like to talk to Oliver, I would like to talk to Father, I would like to talk to Reggie, and I would like to talk to Olaf.
You can talk to those three on Thursday.
Okay, then Olaf on Monday evening.
You can talk to Olaf at potluck.
No, because I want the information to start
Okay.
spreading, because my hope is people will talk to me about it at the potluck I'm hosting at the end of the week.
The potluck is on Thursday.
Oh, okay, sure. We can do the potluck on Thursday.
Yes, come in.
Let's be honest, Warlock's a lot more aggressively.
You want something to drink?
I will accept tea if you're offering.
I've got coffee on the pot.
Sure.
Hope it's not too early in the morning for you. Or
Also,
you
this level up is going to be huge later because we're going to get an extra diversity bonus increase.
Yep, you get the and the ability. Oh yeah, that's true. You get the proficiency at 9, right?
Yeah, which we normally wouldn't get.
And then the ASI 8. So yeah, totally worth it.
Is it evening?
He said early.
So
This is another day, I'm assuming.
okay, it can be. I was initially planning for it to be the same day. Sorry.
He's a busy day.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a busy guy.
I'm a busy guy. I got things going on.
I'm a busy guy. Of course I drink coffee.
So I will come in and, like, gesturing to a chair. You mind if I take a seat?
Yes, yes. 1 sugar, 2 sugar, done?
None.
Okay. He puts 2 in his.
That's fine.
He's a rotund man.
As I respect it. War does not, so he will pass on the sugar.
You want to do one thing what?
I have a interesting request.
Mm-hmm.
At my previous dig site, I had come across some intriguing artifacts and iconography of what I believe to be a previous civilization from around these parts.
Yes, I believe he pulls out paper. The Paleozons, right?
Yes. I'm not sure how much the Colonel has briefed you on.
Little.
Very little. I'm not super surprised. I'll rummage through like my bag and pull out like a couple papers with rough sketching of some of the iconography.
I see, yes.
As part of my contract, I'm still trying to look into these, and I was curious if there'd be a possibility of you spreading the word a little bit. You have a little more influence than, a kooky guy digging in the sand asking if people have seen scribbles.
Yes, I will pass word around.
Just
A favor from
anything
one to the other.
Is there something I can do for you in the meantime?
No, yes, you just have to perform as you have so far.
I can do my best as we've done.
Our dynamic, it is like a trade relationship. I get, you get, we both get, yes?
Indeed. I'm hosting a potluck on Thursday.
I will be there.
I look forward to it.
Taps his stomach.
Thank you again, and I will... I assume we probably, sit in that awkward but not awkward silence, just drinking coffee and hanging out for a little bit before I take off.
He's just doing paperwork.
Yeah.
Alright.
Last thing, I will make a little small talk with him, trying to get a little bit more about, his backstory from a hunter.
Olaf?
Yeah. Just, glory day stories.
I was a hunter, yes. On the mainland in the spec when the frontiers were untamed. I once hunted have you heard of it? A Rathalos. Big red thing in the sky, shoots fire.
We fought one of those.
Did you win?
We got it to crash into a feral Nargacuga.
Ah, yes.
I don't know if you read
war.
that in the briefing, but that was... Lord will go into detail and, re-explain that whole thing. And I kind of just picture them going back and forth for a little
You guys
bit.
trade tales for a while. You seem to have earned a little more respect in his eyes.
Hell yeah.
Reggie, you're working at the proving
Your
ground?
relation, you see a heart appear and the meter goes up.
I was
Just
gonna
slightly.
ask you to play the persona music.
You unlock a new outfit for him.
Yes.
He sends
The
you,
pot-
he,
the
he,
potluck
Dating
outfit.
game. Potluck
he
outfit.
sends you a picture over the phone.
Reggie, you working at
Proving grounds.
yes.
I gotta get my NPC interaction in. Is it Adam? Is it Xavier? Is it some other NPC?
It's another townie. We're in the townie phase of the series. What is the name of this place again? Aha.
The guzzling guzzler.
Oh, this is the sad. I need the cool one. Working at the proving grounds, working on the weapons. You hear a little bell. Ding, 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 as someone walks in.
Oh, I thought there was a cat with a bell on its neck or something.
No.
Well, that's what I was hoping.
Most of your workstation is positioned behind the front desk, where all the actual space is for you to work
You
on.
roll that?
But there is a small area towards the front where you could call it a reception, but really
Right
it's
now.
a door and a desk and a chair.
Oh,
Someone has walked
my
in.
life, I guess.
I look.
A young woman is standing at the desk, peering over and through the door expectantly.
Do you need something?
Hi?
Yes, do you need something?
She has dark hair and a do-rag. She's dressed in worker's clothes, but they don't look dirty.
What did I roll?
14.
I'm looking for
His name is Reggie.
You're talking to him.
Very much better.
You're Reggie?
Yes.
Oh
Big
my
fan.
god. I'm a big fan of yours.
In what capacity?
Your weapon designs, immaculate. You see, and she pulls out a switch axe.
I think that's the
Another
highest
design
roll
you worked
so far.
on.
Is that 11?
It takes kinetic energy and makes it into steam. That lets
Hey!
you dash around the battlefield. And it can switch between a sword and axe.
Get fucked.
Very nice.
Yeah. I was just wondering, maybe you could show me around.
The shop?
Yeah.
I suppose. If that's what you're interested in.
The fact
Yeah.
that we haven't rolled.
Why else would I be here?
Oh, yeah, that
For, I don't know,
It's our first
weapon
time.
repair?
No.
Secret ulterior motives that I don't know.
Dice or
No.
Gulp.
She actually does that.
Well, okay, I guess I can... where are you from? Wait, who are you?
Oh.
I probably shouldn't just be showing you around the shop.
She looks nervously to the side. There's a little something suspicious about her.
Can I roll insight or something?
Yeah.
I don't think my insight's very good. No, it's a
Matt,
minus
it's
1.
Matt, 2 Matts and Tempted.
Oh, I got a 16.
16. Her hair is dark, but her eyebrows and her irises are both golden in color.
Ah, she's one of them. Is Reggie racist? I don't know if I should be showing you around the shop.
Why not?
You're not... I mean, where do you work? Because I would know you if you worked.
I work at investing headquarters.
So,
She
who's
works
your
at-
boss?
Oliver?
She knew who Oliver was.
I'm part of the Blades of Dawn hunting party.
How's it going?
Name's Shannon.
The Blades of Sean.
Yeah.
The Blades of Sean. Does it sound familiar?
Radio silence.
Well, I guess I could show you around.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Don't get too excited.
You show her around the shop. Do you give her like a tour, or you just like walk in and point at things?
I mean, I probably don't elaborate unless she starts asking questions and just point at things, yeah.
You get past the literal drawing board that you have, where you
Some dickwad on the phone.
like produce blueprints and sketches before you actually work on things. She seems particularly interested in those. The whole time she's been nodding along absently, eyes darting around, but when you pass by the drawing board with your blueprints, she looks interested.
What are these?
Some early sketches.
So, prototypes.
You can say it like that, sure.
Things are in development.
I'd like to make an investment.
Not quite finished.
Improvements. I see. Would you mind if I took a look at them? Just out of curiosity, of course.
No, I don't really like other people looking at my work. I don't need Matt hearing about him later.
She looks... she looks like a fake...
I'm sure he's the one who sent you.
No, Matt's far too simple for me.
And I can agree with that.
Anytime I need anything from Matt, a few whispers and a few batted eyelashes usually get what I need.
You don't pay money?
She like slides a little closer to you, uncomfortably close, and she says, "Does that work on you, Reggie?"
No.
She looks at your fingers. You wear your wedding ring.
Well, he's got giant gloves on. But he would have his wedding ring on, yes.
I see. Well, I can pay you if you want.
For what?
How does the tune of 100 bonds to take a peek and 100 bonds for your silence sound?
No, thank you. I think I'm good.
Roll persuasion.
I'm persuading her to accept no.
Persuade her to leave you alone.
I got a 3.
A 3?
Yeah, that's true.
Shame. I guess I'll check with Nigel then.
Jason's gonna be gone all next
Who's
week,
Nigel?
so I have to be advised next week.
Is that Ren or is that Reggie talking?
I don't have this name written down. So
He's your partner, the shady one. All sorts of the proving grounds.
I don't
Dubious
remember
military.
Nigel.
Last week, did we?
You named him.
just said the name, but
You've talked a lot of shit about him.
You talk shit about him. He worked in development to a
oh fuck
instead.
yes.
Jason's not gonna be there.
Nigel doesn't have my ideas. These aren't his.
What do you say?
Like, you're gonna ask Nigel to show you my ideas?
Well, if you say it like that.
Jared.
She just gives you like a shitty sticker and shrugs her shoulders.
No.
No what?
I'm not taking your money or letting you see all the terrible
Curls her
plans.
hair. That's a shame. Well, I guess I'll just go ask Nigel then. See you, Mr. Starling.
I told Jared
I stare at my drawings, and it's a dry erase board, so I just go, whoop! She's just left. So I wipe it away. And I draw some bullshit diagram that would, like, probably injure someone if actually constructed. Which Nigel would do.
Put it on Nigel. Classic. Oliver, you are at the hunter's campsite.
Yep.
Training with some of the other hunters.
Out of my fucking breath.
Training with some of the other hunters who are taking hunting a little bit more seriously.
I'm cramped out of my mind.
While you're lying on the ground, gasping for air,
Now I have to work 2 days.
you suddenly remember you're supposed to be with Olaf this afternoon. About plans with the Gremlines and integrating them.
I'll talk to you about it more tomorrow.
Alright, I'll get up quickly, regret it, get back down, and get back up again.
A shadowy figure extends you a hand.
I'll take it.
It's Xavier. He pulls you up. Adam is behind him. Oliver, how nice to see you out in the grounds training.
I love that it's you that's doing the training.
Adam similarly looks as cramped as you are.
Yeah. Why am I doing this?
To be a better hunter, of course. Speaking of, Adam and I were just about to excursion to the floodplains to hunt a great Rocky. Some training.
For the rest of the week, Sean, that's right.
No, just me and Adam, actually.
Oh.
Wanted to see if you wanted to tag along, I guess. Get some more training in. Get a
Um,
couple more bonds in your pocket.
when are you going?
Now?
I can't. I've got a thing with Olaf.
You could reschedule that, surely.
No.
That's too bad. Guess the great Rocky will have to just meet Adam then. You mean the edge of my blade? That's enough of that, Adam.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I made a deal with the Gremlines and I intend to keep good on it. I can't go slacking off.
I respect that. See you at the potluck then?
Yeah. I suppose so.
I
Who's
like-
hosting that, by the way?
Some poor sap who got roped into it, I assume.
Yeah.
I love to picture, like, our meetings were scheduled back to back, so you're, like, having this conversation as I'm walking along, just in a great mood, still laughing from my meeting with Olaf.
Yeah. I really ought to go, though, now. I'm already a little bit late.
I knew he wasn't good enough. Adam, enough of that! Any response?
You wanna call me back?
I mean, I'm greener than you are, Adam, so you have the right to belittle me.
I think that while you may be greener, Adam here could learn from your attitude a little bit. Isn't that right, Adam?
Oh, okay. If you're comfortable
Whatever.
with that, then that's fine.
I add Adam to the list of my down.
Hey, green's the color of money, baby.
After you walk, you manage to get your breath back. You're still
a little sweaty.
a little sweaty, but you bust into Olaf's office, forgetting to knock. Oh, take a seat. You look in need of a refreshment.
It's another set of coffee brew.
I think the best refreshment would just be some clean water.
Well, the Colonel just granted me this thing, and he holds up what looks like a steel box. There's some steam coming out of the back. It's supposed to refrigerate. I don't know why they call it refrigerating if you're making it cold for the first time. It's supposed to refrigerate drinks.
Is it something brand new, or is it like just something we brought over, or just got shipped over?
You don't know.
So I've never seen one of these.
Yeah.
Probably just an expensive
I
commodity.
don't know what they call it refrigerating if you're just refrigerating it for once. Strange.
Well,
Why do they call it oven? If you oven out hot, eat the food.
Yes.
what instead of
Sorry, I should have phrased it
make
differently.
instead of like making like our beverages cold as you seem to be using it for, wouldn't it be better to use it for like medical supplies or like samples?
Well, we have to test it properly before we put anything risky inside.
I suppose so.
Anyway, I've got
I should go so you can focus.
a red wine, chilled inside. If you are interested
Call
in
me
it.
if you want.
Sure.
Talk to you later.
Yeah.
Gets out a corkscrew.
I love you.
I can do it. Give me the.
Bye.
Pops it open. And you a chilled glass as well.
Ooh, a man of culture, and we just had warm coffee.
I'll take it.
Yes, so about the Gremlines. There's the matter of whether or not we're going to allocate funds for the cure to them. And another matter I wanted to discuss with you. Notably, the Gremlines are struggling to understand the concept of currency. They're wanting to barter, but we do not have things to barter with.
What's the equivalent of gold? Like, is it just gold? Do we use the gold standard for currency, or?
In industry, you use the gold standard. Since you're all working for the company and a company settlement, you're working in bonds.
Yeah. Are you trying to pay them in bonds? Or?
Yes, they are employees of the company, are they not?
No.
The colonel told me they were.
No, they are simply natives who have simply made a deal to.
Oh, he does. Independent contractors.
Yes. Therefore, they cannot be paid in bonds. They'd have to be paid in something of value, like gold or currency.
Something of value.
Well, what are your thoughts on that?
I believe we made a deal and we should respect it.
I agree. Not want to go back on my word. Here! And he pulls out a check, scribbles something down on it, to the tune of 500 bonds. He hands it to you. Spend about 300 on items that you think Gremlines would want to barter with. Keep 200 for yourself.
Alright. I'll do that this afternoon then.
And then I trust you to disperse them to Matt or whoever the Gremlines have been talking to for their bartering.
I'm going to actually. Is it possible for me, since Bullseye lives literally right next here, to meet up with him?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And then there's the secondary matter of the cure, but I'm thinking that maybe it is best to wait until we know we're going to have one before we make any logistical decisions about it.
I agree. But as much as I disagree with the professor's methods, I do believe that the infestation does exist and that it could be a real threat to
Yes.
the expedition.
And there's company property, both you, anyway, sorry,
Reggie's
and,
an anti-vaxxer.
and the cure, you have to get it first. That is just company policy, fortunately. As independent contractors, they may wish to barter for the cure, I guess, but we will see how much we have.
Understandable.
Alright. You go meet up with Bullseye.
Yep.
At the potluck, I assume, later?
I was gonna try and meet him.
Oh.
I was gonna try and do this afternoon.
Yes. How did Bullseye sound again?
Yeah, like the shrimp from Shark Tales.
No, I think he had like a deep voice for a Gremline or
I
something.
think he did.
Hello. Something like that.
It was my lord. Yeah.
My lord?
Yeah.
Oh, my lord, you
Comrade.
done! He's at the chef's stand watching the chef master fry up a Barroth tail on his giant wok.
I have some questions about. I know you obviously. What? I know you obviously can't speak for all Gremlines, especially since you live. You don't exactly stay in the village very often.
He
But
frowns when you say that.
there's no one else I can go to on this.
Of course, my lord. What are you interested in doing?
What are some things that we offer or that we trade in that Gremlines would find valuable and worth their time?
Well, pipe weed for one. I know that a lot of the Gremlines are interested in metallurgical
tools. Things like hoes, plows, axes, mattocks. These are valuable to us because we've been crafting them out of bone and wood.
Okay.
And I guess if you could find an armor small enough to fit one of us, would be nice as well. Perhaps Reggie could work it. Perhaps Comrade Reggie could work it.
He remembers the titles.
Yes. Okay. So sorry to bother your time.
Oh,
I was put in charge of making sure that you guys they got something of value.
not at all. By the way, did you know that the Blades of Dawn are hiring? I'm to come with them on the next excursion.
Oh, I believe if you wish to get to know some of them better, I believe Xavier and Adam are going on an excursion to hunt the Great Wrongy this afternoon.
Thank you, my lord.
You could try and catch up with them and see if you could get to know them better.
I think I may do that.
Have fun.
They're gonna
Eyes
yell
on
at
the
you
way.
later for sending some.
He waddles off.
Or Adam probably like, we didn't need some gremlin.
Nonsense,
Yeah.
Adam!
Adam.
Nonsense, my boy!
Silence, Adam. The Gremlin is speaking.
Adam is definitely racist.
Well, he just hates everyone.
Anything else, Oliver?
I like to think he's like heightist or fatphobic or something. So
Fatphobic?
he only respects people that are shredded and taller than him.
I'll go exchange it. I'll stop by Reggie's place. Actually,
Oliver's not
first.
shredded enough for
I'll just ask
respect.
if something,
Exactly.
something like that is feasible. Like
He was an
small
ass,
armor or
ass to
weapons
me
for-
too, though, and Reggie is ripped.
As you
And
approach,
tall.
Oh, that's true.
as you approach the proving grounds, a shifty-eyed merchant
Maybe it's
with
the
dark
opposite.
hair
He
and a
doesn't
do-rag.
respect people. He can't believe.
almost
or
like
doesn't believe can be a fight.
skips like a little girl playing hopscotch out of the entrance.
Who is this?
Do I know this person?
No. Actually, yes, her name's Shannon. She's one of your merchants.
Do I know how what she trades in?
No. In fact, you might need to double check what she does, because you're not sure.
Stolen
actually.
designs and.
All right. Well, now I've thought about it. I'll at least check in on it later. But
She gives you a wave as she skips past.
hello, Shannon.
Nods.
I'll walk in and Reggie, do you have a moment?
What's up?
As you walk in, he is throwing his arms across his dry erase board, because apparently that's a thing that ran a shoehorn into the cannon.
You said it was a. You said it was a drawing board. That's a little drawing board.
Like a chalkboard.
Oh, either way, I can wipe it away.
Regardless of what board it is, there's a small corner that has an outline for Frosty Wipeout question mark.
He's like dramatically erasing things on his drawing board, throwing the blueprints aside.
Is everything all right, Reggie?
Yeah, it's fine.
He looks a little strained. There's like a vein bulging on his forehead.
Thinking about Nigel does that too.
Can I ask what Shannon was just doing here?
You good, boss?
She wanted a tour of the shop or whatever.
All right.
She's headed off to go ask Nigel to tell her all about my designs, but they'll be gone by the time she's back.
Don't you hate Nigel?
Yes.
Why would you give her a tour if she's trying to?
Because she offered money.
Fair enough.
She hates
And
Nigel.
also,
Nigel doesn't
would
hate
do.
her.
Yeah, Nigel doesn't hate me.
I guess.
One-way hatred.
So I had a quick proposition question on how much something would of this development and actual materials would cost.
I'm not great with the numbers, but go ahead.
Do you think you'd be able to fashion armor suitable for Gremlines and weapons?
That would be pretty simple, yes.
Do you have an estimate on how much it would cost to make these?
You could submit to weapons and have Matt figure it out for you.
Yeah, that's more of a Matt issue. I do the intelligent work.
Matt does the numbers. I do everything else.
Alright, I'll go talk to Matt then. Thanks for letting me know.
Yep.
I'll see you at the potluck.
Oh,
See you
look
then.
there! Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Also,
No, that was it. I said see you then.
I'm
So
definitely
she's saying-
picturing, like, when it comes to the potluck, Ward is telling everybody what to do. He is not actually the one directly cooking the food. I'm guessing it's the chef.
Actually, I thought the Ward's plan was to, like, hold people hostage for information while he's serving them. Which we'll get to that in a bit, don't worry.
Okay, I haven't decided.
As you walk into materials, You see Shannon is whispering something to Matt, who looks too pleased. She looks over her shoulder, sees you, waves, and then suddenly like starts walking away.
I guess I'm following you around everywhere today, Shannon.
Yeah, I guess.
She starts walking faster.
Can I make an insight check on what she might have been doing here? If I, based on the fact that she got a tour earlier. Natural 20.
You're pretty sure that this is the one hire that you tried to advocate against because she had a history of working with the Lantern Corps.
Whatever. I'll deal with her later.
Oh, good! Matt is in a good mood today. How's it going, my man?
She raised him up, and he fell for it.
She got him.
I see you met my associate, Shannon.
Yeah, associate. What do you need, my guy?
I was wondering if I can get a quick quote on how much it would cost to develop small armor and weapons suitable for Gremlines.
Yeah, well, let's go over some math then, shall we?
Yeah.
Is that it for the thing then?
I was going to. Okay. Basically, I was going to spend.
It's going to take all the money except the stuff that Olaf gave you. You'll get your 200 and 300 will go to...
I was going to actually. So, I was going to ask for 300. If that's it, then 300 for the armor and weapons, and then try to spend that last 200 then on just extra donation for myself.
Yeah, Olaf said it was yours.
Yeah, extra donation for myself then. The last 200 on the tools, the metal tools.
Oh, you're not keeping it?
Not keeping it.
Okay, wow. Yeah. Together you and Matt hatch a plan, which you then deliver to Reggie.
Oliver being a good
So
person.
they'll get all the above in terms of what they get.
Very good.
This land has changed him.
Father, we look now to you.
Well, here's the thing: higher investment, higher reward.
Well, tell that to Lantern Corps.
I have an eye for things, unlike my sister.
And that I can respect.
Somewhere on a project bulletin far, far away, commune with hirelings has been spontaneously purchased.
Oh, by his donation?
Yes. Okay.
So hirelings are better now.
Mm-hmm.
Start with a spirit token. Which is a free turn, right?
Free action.
Free action.
Father, you and Professor Nissell
Can hirelings and smaller hirelings?
are working on the bed.
What was
Wait a
the
second.
butthole you get?
Wait a second. They only take 2 slots and have 2 slots.
You get bullseye and butthole, or isn't that the kid's name?
No, they take 3 slots and have 2 slots.
But with our extra bag upgrades, you could have
Do you
2.
have any actual counseling with him, or are you just making him work?
You could have 2 or 3.
I would always
Well,
try to do some counseling of like, do you understand why the things you did were wrong? And him just being like, no, what I did was justified, and me being like,
Well, to be honest, Professor, Father, I don't see what I did as wrong. He says, turning over some of the fabric of the bags in his hands as you both work on these very neat, tight stitches that require just enough concentration that it's hard to do both at once. To be honest, Father, as a biologist, I see it as a natural thing to do. He looks up at you, pausing. Is it immoral for the Nagakuga to eat saragi?
no.
So is it immoral for us to figuratively eat a gremlin in order for our survival?
Yeah.
It is a difference between the two conscious sentient beings.
What is the difference then, Professor?
Um,
Don't be
Yeah, you're not his god. His god might think something different.
Your example is 2 creatures just like succumbing to their natural need to eat.
Yes.
It is not a natural need for people to experiment on other conscious, like, intelligent species.
I beg to differ, Professor. In my eyes, both are equivalent to survival. Father, Professor,
Professor Felder.
You see, Father, I think that you and I have different viewpoints. You are a man of the spirit. You think that there is value in the morals and emotions, but as a biologist, I know the truth. We are all the same. At the end of the day, we are all creatures. We need to eat, we need to kill to live.
As a religious man, you're wrong. As a scientist, I know the truth.
That is just how it is at the end of the
That's-
day. Can you say with any certainty that the Nagakuga does not have any spirituality? That is not intelligent.
I mean, from its actions, it doesn't reflect much intelligent thought.
You
but
could just say the Night Mother says
Let's
no.
The Night Mother says no.
Night Mother
Guys,
says
that's
it's
no,
no
I question
soul.
nothing.
It was sick, it was desperate. Are we any different?
The difference between us and the Narakuga
Yes.
is that the Narakuga doesn't have a sense of morality and like a conscience.
Do you eat meat, Father?
I do, yes.
How do you reconcile that? Is it wrong to kill another thing to live?
No, and like I said, it's totally okay for the Narakuga to kill and eat something
So
for
then
its
how is it-
survival.
How is it wrong for me to experiment on a living creature? Then? How is that any different from eating?
Because these aren't just living creatures. These are like thinking, breathing, living. Like they're people.
The Nagakuga thinks, the Nagakuga breathes, and the Nagakuga lives.
It's not a person though.
Is it?
Does the Narakuga speak in a legible like language?
Father, what identifies a person for you? The ability to speak? Because the Nagakuga, they communicate with each other. Not through sound, but through smell. Through territory. Does the Nagakuga have children that they raise?
I think the difference is having that morality of like the understanding of right and wrong. The Narakuga doesn't understand what's right and wrong because it's just an animal. It just does whatever it wants.
I know a few people who would fit that description as well.
And I would agree that those people they don't reflect.
So it is okay for me to experiment on them then?
No, because you are a moral creature, at least.
Well, I am
You're
a
very
creature.
You're very quickly showing me that you're not a very moral creature, so you are much better than the Narakuga right now.
I'm sorry, Father, I just do not understand how you think that we are better than the animals.
Would you like to be experimented on in the same way that
No.
you experimented on the...
Not at all. But if a stronger creature were to arrive, and it were to do that to me,
He wasn't a strong creature. He got caged.
I'd allow it. I totally understand.
then that is how it is. It is the rule of nature. We are creatures at the end of the day. We think, in your spiritual house, you think that you are better than the animal. But the truth is, that when we're out there in the wild, we're all just the same.
You did say you understood that you wouldn't want it. It would be unpleasant.
Yes.
So
So would be eaten.
I don't think the animal understands that.
I think that they do. You fear, they feel the same way. An animal does not want to be eaten.
Oh, of course not.
Yes.
But it's in their nature to eat things. Like
And it is in our nature to eat things as well. Father, look at me in the eyes and tell me that if it came to it, would you die or kill? When you are hunting the Barroth out in the field, if it is going to kill you, do you let it kill you or do you fight and survive?
Fight and survive. So are you saying that the people you experimented on should have fought back and killed you?
Yes. I was admittedly complaining about ending up in the cage, but that is their right. They were mightier than me.
I'm starting to think we should have left him there.
So, Father, you are telling me that if you were to have the option to die of the infestation or to do something such as, let's just call it killing, you would die.
My problem isn't the fact that you experimented on the people. That's not my problem.
Really?
My
That is the problem that Gremlins had.
My problem, I think the problem we have is the way you went about it. it was not very what's the word? Consensual.
Also, if Zaragi turns to me, the Nagakuga, and says, "Oh, Mr. Nagakuga, you may eat me," suddenly that is acceptable.
I mean,
Yes.
yes.
So, do you ask your meat every time you eat whether it is okay to eat it?
No.
So what's the difference?
Should I take
I'm not
flares
speaking
because I
to
kept
an
asking
animal.
you for them?
I'm speaking to another sentient race.
I'm not taking
Father, you
that,
think you are better
Oh, okay.
than
Then
the
I
Okay.
animal?
then I definitely will.
Yes.
I don't agree. If you are better than the animal, how is it that the animal can kill you? That Barroth had you this close to getting run over. How can you say you are better than the Barroth?
Because he killed it.
Because I have the ability to think and work with other people and kick its ass.
That is true. You are the mightier creature. You did kill it. So by right, you get to do whatever you want with the bear. I'm just saying, Professor. Father. At the end of the day, we are not so different from the animals, no?
No.
And to say that
But we are different enough that I don't think it's okay for you to torture and
it
experiment.
was not torture.
Okay, sorry.
Torture is crude. It is no purpose behind torture.
Experiment
There is
without the
purpose
consent
behind torture.
on a sentient person.
I did have consent, actually. They asked me to help him.
You ran.
Mhm.
Do you do more top
Do they
or
really?
stagger tokens?
Like, I'm forgetting.
I don't know.
Roll insight.
What is for your insight?
I would say
Yeah, I
usually
have
to
advantage
the
on
what is
insight.
it? I go to slam dunker or
17.
shaker more
It was
often.
not super
I don't remember
clear
exactly what they
from the way
caused
that
then.
the Gremlines told the story.
Probably
because we just
stagger?
did not understand all that they said. But
They ended up locking him up in a cage. They couldn't have wanted it that bad.
they said that he said that he was allowed to treat the sick one. So I don't know. It's hard to say. It's
So
hard
they-
it's hard to even say if he and the Gremlins were on the same page about what was
They
going on.
allowed him to get his foot in the door, and then he just
Yeah.
started fucking everybody.
So in my eyes, I have done nothing wrong. We are animals, Professor. The Gremlins, they hold a belief equally that all shall be eaten and returns to the earth, and then the earth produces and is eaten again. We are all the same in that cycle.
Can I move Fossa?
Can I request that he has to sleep with the animals for a week?
You're his counselor.
Your penance.
Like,
Alright, I guess you're
if
not
you
Catholic.
don't think you're any better
no,
than these
penance would
animals,
still
then
apply.
you're just gonna
Penance
live
isn't a
and
Catholic
sleep with
thing.
them.
I guess I
That's
associate
what?
it with confession though.
Yes.
Oh,
Confession
I'm
is
Father,
asking
please.
for forgiveness.
Have mercy.
Penance is retribution
Maybe you'll
for
maybe
your
you'll learn your
sins.
lesson and realize
So
that
penance
maybe
is
we
not
are better than
exclusive
animals.
to
Maybe there is a
Catholicism.
difference.
It is just
We
a
are better than
religious-
them.
But I'm for the context that I'm thinking of it in, I'm
Yes.
thinking
So
of
yeah, that
this is his
my
confession. Your
recommendation.
his penance is go to the stables.
If I tell you what you want to hear, will you let me sleep in the bunks?
It's too late
No.
now.
Oh. I think it's probably.
If you think you're equal to animals, you can go spend your time with the animals.
Honestly, I have no other idea how to get this through this dude's thick fucking skull.
You could
Is he
bash it
wrong?
some more.
I mean, no, like we're the same to a certain degree, but we are like a step above. And maybe sleeping with them will help him realize.
Sleeping with someone normally fixes your problems, yes.
I hate you. Not okay. Moving on.
Cole, there were many false equivalencies that he simply established as a premise and that you should have challenged.
Agreed.
I think Cole did pretty good.
Yeah, you did very good.
What we're saying is you could have done better.
I just the entire time I wanted to just like
And that's what within the father's character.
but I must have
You should have killed that guy.
collected.
He almost did earlier. He's threatened him twice, I think. Right? Or has it been more?
I don't know.
Potluck time. Ward, you have successfully convinced Father to also have the professor assist you as part of his
Hell yeah. I did what I could to assist in cooking, it was mostly the head chef,
Yeah.
but Ward helped spearheaded the organization.
And that is no small feat.
Of the thing. I will also probably be the one like handing out because I assume it's predominantly like soup and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Basically,
do we all have to have brought something then?
assumedly. In order to eat, you must have brought something. That is what Chef Master Phelan is claiming at the top of his tongue in the racist accent I don't want to do again.
There will also be a small card like right in front of the pot that says "Price a conversation later."
You have
Because
all,
I'm not gonna hold up the line, but
on this thirsty Thursday,
of course.
this beloved evening, as the sun is setting, you've started up paper lanterns across the street, pull out tables and chairs, set it all up. It's quite festive, actually. Some of the hunters knew how to play musical instruments, so you got live music. Some people mistake your sign for wanting to talk now, so as you serve them, they are immediately engaging with you in conversation.
I will make the conversation there or later.
Hey, stop dogging me my food already.
Hey, food select!
I've also
way,
pictured like a small pamphlet was handed out to everybody of like potluck on Thursday of some kind, and there is like an asterisk at the bottom of like warning: Ward will want to talk to you at some point.
Innovation Electric also required you to put a alcohol consumption warning at the bottom as well, to drink in moderation.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be everything is spiked.
No.
Warning.
Everything is spiked, so eat and drink in moderation. I actually am going to take flares again next time. So if you want to just keep yoinking from me, go ahead. But
Well,
if you want to use
'cause-
them on your own in combat, you need your own.
I want psychos to well, I don't use them in combat, but I really like having them as utility
Wait till
outside
you hear
of
your
combat.
assignment before you choose your next loadout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be
Somebody say load.
gonna need the map again. That's why I'm weighing taking flares or the map.
We'll
Where
see.
is Nigel's thing here?
I like to think that we hired some like child.
Wait, can I see what Nigel brought
to
in?
stand in the middle of,
And then
like,
actively
town
not
and,
eat
like,
it?
Nigel brought in
Or actually,
potluck
No,
on
you
this
take
day.
all of it and then
Potluck
toss it.
for
smell
Thirsty
it
Thursday.
and then like sneeze in the bowl.
Nigel brought Nigel brought a wheel of cheese.
Just a real-
What type of cheese?
Nobody knows.
Is there like a chili?
He has not gotten the wheel open. So
There has to be a chili. I'm picturing
I'm
like
taking the whole damn wheel and putting it on one bowl of chili.
I'm picturing like a very large
But
cup of
shredding
chili.
the whole thing into my bowl of chili.
Yeah.
I'm picturing a
So no
giant.
Gremlines attending the potluck?
Oh, there are gremlins everywhere, milling about.
I'm picturing a
I'm
giant.
assuming they brought their like infinite chili. Not the infinite.
What's the word?
What's the
word
fucking
I'm
word?
Eternal soup or whatever.
Yeah,
Eternal
soup.
soup. Yeah.
like a giant pot of chili and a giant pot of soup, and then
There is about
whatever else.
Because
was
Gremlins are established to have an eternal
Yeah.
soup.
There are about half and half. 7 gremlins are running a giant cauldron with an eternal running soup. Another 7 have built a hastily constructed kiln and are running flatbread back and forth. And the other 7 are milling about and mixing drinks.
And then I pictured.
Hey yo, I want a gremlin drink. Like,
So I-
One of them hands you the snail.
Is it a
bite.
snail? I hate the
So am
snail
I
bite.
serving the chili then?
What do
or-
you want?
Yeah, sure. I want there to be chili. I figured at least for the first round, since I assume people will get multiple portions.
Probably.
For the first one, I'll actually like serve the chili and whatnot, and probably have somebody else take over after an hour or so.
Towards the end of your hour shift, a rather mousy-looking man with some strange scars. He's a little petite, almost as tall as, almost actually a little shorter than me. And his like smithing clothes are just slightly too large for him. He looks up at you. You know who this is, but not by looks, by reputation. This is Nigel, the unscrupulous engineer. Hello, Ward.
Evening, Nigel.
So, the price for chili is conversation.
At some point, it doesn't need to be now.
I was wondering if you were open to hearing a proposition.
I could be intrigued as I'm like pouring him a bowl or.
Come bring me into the party. Let me in instead.
Well,
Let me out.
why don't we wait until you're off of your shift?
I always imagine Nigel
Sure.
as like a cartoonishly, like literally Santa Claus, like cartoonishly wholesome. Well, not Reggie just fucking hates him because he's also stupid.
Well, you said he was like stupid and like he had no morals.
Yeah, that too.
We already have a grandpa figure with dubious morals, so I figured that.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Olaf kind of fits the Santa bill.
Yeah.
Sure, it's fine with me.
I have something that might pique your interest.
Looks like the guy from Toy Story 2.
No,
That's
not the
Olaf.
chicken guy. The chicken man.
You finish serving. The professor takes over for you reluctantly.
Feel free to take one of my.
If I had known that this
platters.
would involve so much hard labor, I would have withheld.
What flavor?
We warned you, to be fair. Also,
You're getting paid for this.
Hibiscus or whatever it is.
I'm not getting paid for...
Oh, you're not getting paid for this?
I paid to have this.
Ridiculous.
No, I thought we
I
did
spent
pretty...
plenty of money on
I
this.
thought we did well and deserved a celebration. Plus, it helps me in other ways.
Also, this is a wake.
Someone butts in and tries to talk to the professor, who starts to like respond like a hissy cat does. You think it prudent to maybe remove the sign?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually, instead of removing the sign, I'm gonna add in conversation with Ward.
They go, oh.
I will do that before leaving.
Quick
The
aside.
very uncharismatic -1 Ward.
Quick aside. Would there be any room or ability for the investment firm to just make sure that the bonds that were supposed to be paid out to the Dragon's Fang actually get put towards the funerals?
They were, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna cover it because I didn't think anybody really cared, but the funeral was the day before this one.
Yeah, I was going to make sure that the funerals actually happened, that they weren't skimping out on bonds.
It did. It was tasteful, and you found out something new actually, which is that Innovation Electric, surprisingly, is going to send some money back to their families. Or Natalie's family. Ian, not so much.
Yeah.
Although,
Ward did not attend the funeral.
from word on the ground, you hear that this is to avoid a lawsuit, probably. But you know, Olaf seems like a nice guy, so maybe it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Ward did not attend the funeral.
That's okay. You didn't need to. You didn't want to.
Man, what a waste of 100 bonds. Sure didn't get any value out of that.
You see Nigel sitting uncomfortably at a table by himself, playing with some rolled up paper in his hand.
I will grab myself. I will take my time. I will get myself a thing of chili, a small bowl of soup, some flatbread, probably a beer.
One of the Gremlines shoves a pipe in your hands.
I will pop it in my mouth and I will walk over to beer in one hand, two bowls that I have very carefully carried and a pipe in my mouth. Alright, hold on. I'll sit down and... What's up, Nigel?
I have to say, I'm surprised. The Colonel did not peg you as, the way he described you, did not
Peg
maybe to peg you as such a generous man.
Colonel and I disagree on many things.
Yes.
Descriptions of each other, I'm sure, falls in that category.
Well, I just wanted to hear.
I cut him off by lighting the pipe.
He kind of licks his lips anxiously.
Continue.
He just, without word speaking, he rolls out his paper and you see he sketched out a design that is identical to one of the keys that you saw at the Gremlines little stand in the submerged ruins.
Have you seen any of this in your digging, in your archaeology stuff that you do?
Similarities in iconography. Not this explicitly, though. Where'd you come across this?
The Colonel and I have been doing some separate investigations, and we believe that this might have been one of the ways that the Paleozoic culture stored energy in the long term. We have vested interest, the Colonel and I, in establishing a power plant here at Rainbow Basin. But the problem is that when you're establishing an electrical grid, you have to balance the draw and the generation. Without a reservoir to hold that power, during the day, we're doing more work. We're drawing more than the grid can supply. But at night, the grid is supplying more than we can demand. We need a way to store that power and balance that out. I wanted to know if you knew anything about this. From your digging, if you'd found anything like it.
How much information would I I assume the Colonel's information on this topic is all from me, predominantly.
You thought, but now it's room to doubt.
Okay. How much more would I know? How much more would Ward know about this that Bradley does not?
Not much.
Not much.
Of course. Yeah, not much.
Okay.
We are looking to create one or two of these to test them out. But we're lacking in the materials presently.
I have not come across these materials at this site yet.
He's asking for bonds.
I know.
I'm not actually.
Oh,
He's not actually, but he'll get there.
I've not come across these materials yet. I am hoping to. I had found fragments similar at the previous dig sites, but nothing substantial.
Well, just keep eyes and ears out, yes? If you see anything like this out in the field or on your next mission when you're gathering... Oh, I suppose you have yet to be debriefed. I should probably wait to review that.
In what sense?
Oh, the Colonel shared with me your next assignment, and I think it prudent for you to wait to hear from your hand.
Why not give me a heads up? Know what I'm walking into?
Well, information requires information, Professor.
Indeed.
I would perhaps be willing to share with you if you would tell me a few other things, maybe.
I mean, you got a free potluck out of it. It's part of my payment, is a little bit of information.
Or persuasion.
Fuck! Can it be anything else?
What are you doing? Are you persuading?
Performance.
Performance is also a -1.
Yeah, I know.
You are
That's why I gave
persuading
you
him, are you
anything
not?
else.
You are persuading him, are you
Can
not?
I use insight because I'm trying to gather what information he has that he's not wanting to share with me?
You may, but that won't convince him of anything.
Roll the persuasion, man. You got this.
Suspect and charisma, boss.
Natural 20 -1.
What
Okay.
should I tell you?
You note that Nigel has not eaten anything yet, but he says, well, I guess if it weren't for your potluck, we would not have had this chance encounter. You are to be accompanying
Nigel sees his cheese wheel disappear.
the Blaze of Dawn on their next assignment to explore a certain estuary in the north of the island. We need to collect samples to find out where the salts are most abundant and where to mine for them.
Understandable.
If along the way you happen to find anything of interest, maybe one of these doesn't have to be working, we just need to know what they look like. If you could take a mattock with you, gather some samples, maybe also just check the project board. Everything you need to know about there.
While we're
And in the meantime, maybe keep this quiet.
along
I would not tell Reggie about this if I were.
noted. Along those lines, this is something I've been intrigued in as well. As I'm sure you're aware, the Colonel and I are not on the best friends list by any means, but this does have importance to me and my contract as far as what I'm trying to do. So, if you wouldn't mind attempting a little bit of niceties as far as exchange of information between the two of us, I'd be
I'm
much
sorry, is that
appreciated.
not what we've been doing?
No, it is, and I'm just asking that it continues that way.
Yes. Well,
Because any information you have on this topic that can help me out is information that I can gather to help you out.
yes, we're working on this together. Fine. This is from the Colonel. I was supposed to deliver this to you upon satisfaction of the deal. It's an envelope.
I appreciate it. Thank you much.
And of course, an interest of continued operation.
I'm very passionate about this topic and would like to see it through.
Of course, I should warn you, by opening that envelope, you are agreeing to a certain amount of confidentiality.
That can be done.
Are you speaking truthfully?
Yeah, more Ward is willing to keep what he believes is important enough confidential.
It's up to his discretion.
This means that you're not to tell anyone else on the engineering team.
I can do my best.
Including the blades of Sean.
I do work with one of them, so if I discover something out in the field while they're there, there's only so much I can keep hidden.
I'm not asking you to say nothing. I'm just asking you to pretend that this encounter didn't happen.
This encounter?
Yes.
That's easy.
Perfect. Then what's in that envelope is yours.
Thank you much.
I look forward to our continued operation. He gets up and leaves.
Me as well.
You open the envelope?
It says,
No.
It says, get wrecked, nerd.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just put it in the jacket pocket, and I'm gonna wait until I am in my my quarters for the evening.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything with the potluck?
I'm gonna chat up as many people as possible.
Ruin Reggie's
You said you wanted to
Nigel's
get with us
cheese.
too, right?
Yeah. I want to make small talk with anybody. We obviously don't have to roleplay through all of those.
Yeah.
And probably keep an eye on who Shannon's talking to, too.
Shannon is following Nigel around because he was actually visibly uncomfortable about it.
I do not
Good.
have any inclination that Shannon is important, so I will not be doing that. I would like to roll stealth if possible to, as subtly as possible, bring up the iconography stuff to see if everybody. See if Olaf had.
This is a stealth charisma check, though.
Damn it, that's fine. At least I have proficiency in that.
My ghillie mantle! My ghillie mantle!
That is-
W. Riz Gilly.
Those Pink Panthering this.
He's doing this Mr. Beast did.
That is a 19 to just try to like casually bring up as much as possible. If people have seen odd things, if
This is Mr. Beast
People-
Mr. Beast putting like the ad timer at the bottom of the screen, but making it progress slower the closer it gets to the end of it.
You managed to hear, in total, Matt thinks he's seen something like it somewhere, doesn't know where.
Okay.
That's all he's able to tell you. Bullseye definitely has seen it in the submerged ruins in the floodplains.
okay,
Charles does not know anything about that, but he's excited to talk to you.
fair. I assume the longest conversation is with Charles.
I have to say, Ward, I'm so excited we're going on an assignment with you next.
Me too, man. As I will continue to light up the.
I don't think I'm supposed to say that, actually. Sorry.
It's all right. I'm not that surprised.
That you have that effect on people.
No, after our last assignment,
Well, if we can't tell the bag, then maybe I should go get Xavier and Adam and Shannon, and we should discuss strategy.
I think that might have to wait until the morning.
Olaf is right over there. You can just ask him your assignment. I'm sure he's drunk enough to tell you.
That's a good point. I will be right back, and I will take my time and make my way over to Olaf.
At some point throughout the Potluck, I'd also like to find Xavier and Adam and just ask how the Roggy expedition went.
Oh, yeah. Xavier, Roggy, and Bullseye seem to be regaling Liz about their tales. Reggie, Father, did you two want to do anything during the potluck?
Well, like I said, I keep an eye on Shannon and
Would you have
ruin Nigel's cheese.
Would you have marked
Is the
or
professor there?
spotted
Professor is serving.
Nigel and I having a conversation?
Probably.
That's all I wanted to make sure
Be a
is
Give him a
question
bowl of
for
dog
Gabe,
food.
because that might influence some stuff.
being at service to people.
Can you make sure Old Scratch eats like a king here?
Oh, Old Scratch is begging for scraps, and he is winning.
I will, at one point, noticing him, hand him Nigel's bowl. Just straight chili. And I will, like, the aggressive side pats that dads do with large dogs.
Yeah. Olaf, and I'm assuming you two also would have joined Adam and Xavier at the table with Bullseye.
I did have a
You
question.
two, Reggie?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If
I just do it.
Reggie pinged Nigel and I having a conversation or not.
Have you been watching Nigel at all?
It depends. If it was it, I would have been watching him right after I messed with his cheese to make sure he knows that
You
I
might have
messed
seen
with
him
his cheese.
and Ward talking in passing then. I mean, that's not suspicious, is it?
Two coworkers talking about
Suspicious.
stuff.
Olaf
Probably work related.
They're
is
probably gay and fucking each other.
telling the Rathalos story in the exact
And
same
Reggie is,
way
of course,
he told it to
homophobic,
you.
so he will
I'm
have to
not
do something
shocked.
about this.
to Xavier and Father and Reggie, who are now.
Oh, so they're all at this
Yeah.
table?
Oliver has since joined Xavier, Adam, Bullseye, Father, Reggie, Olaf.
Mm-hmm.
I will come over with a tray of ales and just like, instead of like setting them down, I will just set down the tray as the organizer.
Without even looking, Olaf reaches over.
I also assume I had to refill the pipeweed at some point.
The monk is appearing to serve the role of the Rathalos in his story, as he shows it soaring over his head, dodging shells from his, quote, mighty gun lips.
And I will like kick back and listen for a little bit until the story is over.
I'll at some point after he's done regaling, ask Xavier and Adam how the hunt went.
Oh, it was excellent. Adam here narrowly escaped getting poisoned several times. It wasn't narrow. And Bullseye here dropped a boulder on it.
Ooh.
Bullseye was like, yeah, the same thing, but he does like the, yeah.
Can you pick up a boulder?
I assume it was set from a trap that he triggered.
Yes, it was a trap. I served as the bait.
You didn't
Very
use Adam.
admirable of you.
Yes.
He looks far weaker and more edible.
Bullseye here also got many spoils of battle, didn't you, Bullseye? Bullseye nods. Yes, my lord. I've got many rocky parts if anyone is interested for sale.
Many what?
Rocky parts.
Now he sounds like King Candy.
King Candy.
I'll pull Bullseye aside for a second. You could probably have you guys talked to Matt about trading in those parts?
Not at all.
He used
They were for bartering.
Fair enough, but you could know that you could talk to Matt and get bonds, which you're already familiar with in payment.
He frowns. He is a silly man.
That is accurate. You could.
Just make sure you don't get scammed then.
I'm not getting scammed. I'm holding on to it.
Yeah, I'm saying don't trade him away for something stupid.
You could
My lord,
talk
have a little
to.
more faith in me. I'm not a young man. I've been around the proverbial, what is it you call, a block a few times.
Bullseye. Have you considered talking to the chef about?
The chef and I, we're like this.
I'm sure he could get you a great deal on the raw parts. We sold him some Barroth parts earlier this week.
But I'm interested in curiosities, items of interest. Say, if anyone in Controlled Chaos has anything to trade, I'm certainly willing.
Well, we turned in all our gear at the end of the last quest, right?
Well, I guess you know. If you find anything out there on your next mission, might as well let me know.
Do you have a mysterious mushroom for us?
I may, if you're interested.
Oh, well, we do need a poison gland.
And a mysterious mushroom.
Yes, we do need
for.
the
Midday.
Midday.
Research.
Oh, I didn't look too far into it.
Classic.
yeah.
Sorry,
There will be
I
stuff we have to barter from him later, but
Then it's when there's a lull in the conversation. I'll ask Olaf. Curious.
Yes, lad.
Curious. What's the? Our briefings are always so early in the morning.
Oh, yes, that is an excellent point. Well, everyone is here. I might as well tell you. The Controlled Chaos and the Glades of Dawn are to both journey to Skylake Estuary. We're going to have you gathering samples. Controlled Chaos is going to be searching for geological samples. We need to know what water the flash cells are coming from, so we know where to mine. You are prospecting, to say it in simple terms. And the Glades of Dawn are to be gathering biological and ecological samples. We need blood samples. We need to know how much of the monster population has actually been infested. And while you two are doing that, you are to clear the area of monsters as best as you can. If we are to do mining and prospecting proper in the area, it needs to be safe.
I suppose we need to bring Maddox along then.
Let me see.
So much for my map of the mud flaps. I'll have to hang
Flaps!
that flats.
Those
Yeah, I have to
mud
hang-
Mud flaps!
Gonna have to hang that on my wall, I guess.
So, as for you, Controlled Chaos, specifically, there are 3 sources of water and also the estuary itself. We need at least 4 samples. We are willing, yes, you are going to hear this right, we are willing to pay extra bonds for any extra mineral or water samples you can get.
So we need basically empty water skins and Maddox to gather this stuff.
Yes, we can provide you, we have slotless items for you. Sample kit, smoke signal. It is necessary that you and the Blades of Dawn are in communication about where the monsters are, who's taking care of what, so that everyone is safe and in the same page, yes? If you need tool like Mythos, Matt can get to you. We cannot get that,
Slotless.
as you say, slotless, unfortunately.
What were the slotless stuff? Smoke signals?
Just a sample kit and smoke signal.
So basically, it'll hold our stuff that we gather.
Yes.
So my field kit will be less.
It can't hold field kit stuff.
Oh,
The sample kit will hold your samples.
It can't hold
That's a
our
quest
monster
item.
quest item. Gotcha.
parts. Can't hold our monster parts.
That, Gabe, registers my brain.
The smoke signals are a real item that you will probably find useful. For gathering what we call salt deposits, Charles can tell you more on the day of, but you will need some way to break off small chunk to put inside the sample kit. Mythos, improvised tool, explosives, whatever. Handler, yes,
Handler.
as well.
Question. If we were provided an opportunity, say through a culling of a monster, to find a blood sample, should we alert the Blades of the Blades of Dawn, or should we simply take that sample ourselves?
No, do not sample yourself.
Okay.
We need, it's a paperwork thing. I don't get the current.
Alright. So we'll simply let them know where the corpses are.
Yes, that's why I'm giving you the smoke signals. It's the best I could do. I'm very sorry.
Paperwork's always a bitch. So much red tape.
The company, the board, they are always whatever. But I trust our partnerships will continue to prove fruitful. And if you're needing to know about the assignment, Charles has done minor scouting of area best as we could. We are out of scouts at this point, unfortunately. Don't know what happened to them all.
Have more been lost?
We had 3 of them, we lost them all. They were Ian, Raphael, Sam.
Well, Sam I was aware of. Ian we reported as dead. Raphael, I don't think we ever met him.
He's dead.
Confirmed?
Yes, died in stables. Infection, supposedly.
That's 2 scouts dead. Or well.
We are out of scouts. So, Charles has done his best. Xavier also knows about monsters in the area. That was their mission last week, advanced scout. But they could not, it is a big area. That's why we have 2 teams. Question? Concern? Smart comments?
Is Charles here?
Charles is not here.
Handler.
Do we have a map of this area by chance?
Charles might be able to help you, but officially no.
Officially, no. Okay. So I got a copy of a map from him last time. Maybe worth getting again. Okay. I appreciate it.
Well, otherwise, yes, enjoy potluck, merriment of sort. In morning, you have tomorrow to prepare. We are having you leave Saturday.
Did you try the chili?
There's chili.
There's
Shut up.
chili.
He shows you his stands up.
I like as he starts to go. It's like I have a 4th bowl of. Okay.
Oh, you know what? He says, shouting at you from the distance. I think I will break open my cabinet for tonight.
If you do so, let us know.
And he walks over to his office and comes back. A toast to innovation electric, to progress, and to good health!
In the time that he goes, I will go grab him a bowl of chili.
He registers it in the fact that he begins to eat it, assuming that it had always been there.
Okay,
Like he did with the beer when you brought it.
that's fine. Word is low charisma stat. He's got to get brownie points where he can, okay?
A toast! Chink, chink, clink, clink. Very good.
I think this potluck was a success, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm afraid of war crimes occurring, but that is a little too. Oliver would not worry about them.
War crimes occurring?
It is fine.
Like the potluck being spiked?
No, it's fine. I'll
In the imminent future?
No, I have the potluck, but we'll see.
I don't know anything about this actually.
I would like to...
I'll give you context later. So we can't be here.
People are
that's true.
cleaning up. Actually, it is.
Ward is on like his 15th ale at this point and like 7th bowl of chili.
Are you guys isolated or are you hanging out with the blades?
I
We're
would
hanging out, right?
hanging out for a little bit, and then I'd like to be isolated afterwards. I would like them to turn in for the night before we do.
Alright.
Is how I would like that to be phrased.
Well, Xavier, Adam, now Charles and Shannon, too, are available. As well as you four.
So when Charles comes back over, it's evening, Charles.
Evening, Ward.
I spoke to Olaf, and we are as up to date as we were gonna be.
I knew that guy.
You were right.
Was a bit of a softy.
You were right. Don't tell that to his face, though. Have you seen his gun lance? We're on the same page. But he said that you've done some scouting of the area already?
Yeah, I only have a list of major landmarks. I have not got a chance to cartograph the whole area yet.
Gotcha. I will actually hand him the map back.
Thank you.
It was huge help. I can't understate.
My pleasure.
You enjoy the potluck so far? I guess we're wrapping up, but
Unfortunately, I had something else to attend to, but I managed to sneak a few drinks in.
well, that's good. You try the food.
He does.
So can I tell the demeanor shift?
How so?
He seems way calmer than earlier. I don't know if that's an intentional shift or not.
He had something to take care of.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
17.
When you were in this, you had a pet cat that would walk a certain way when it had just hunted an animal, satisfied. This is the way that Charles is now walking. As if he's satisfactorily done something.
Okay. So calmer from satisfaction.
Perhaps.
Gotcha. Okay. I believe we set off Saturday. That's what Olaf said.
Xavier nods. Yes, Saturday, early in the morning.
Oh, it's
Sunrise.
so early.
Adam shakes his head.
Do the smoke signals work by like color codes or?
Yes, the smoke signals, we have 3 colors, green, yellow, and red. You can shoot them up in the air to make a plume of smoke, but I've used them on a few occasions as an escape measure too.
Okay.
One down.
Do you want to try and establish any color rules?
Would probably be smart.
Green has come to us, red is stay away, yellow is something that's been dealt with.
That's too vague. I feel.
Yellow would need assistance. How about that?
Yeah. I feel like green should be. We have found something you need. So, monster corpse, or we have killed a monster. Yellow would be need assistance. And then red would be to veer away from here for whatever reason. I believe we should have a priority measurement as well of scale of 1 to 4 for each party of our party members. If there are 4 smoke signals sent out, it's incredible importance and extra emphasis. If there is 1, it is more of a.
I don't know if it's quite possible to distinguish that many flares that fired off in the same location. If you see what I'm saying.
I guess.
They're quite plumy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the color code should be sufficient.
I didn't want us to get too stuck on a binary system.
It's trinary. We have 3 colors.
Well, on a trinary then.
That is not a real word.
Binary is. You were right the first time.
Yeah. I just figured more options couldn't hurt, but I guess the readability would hurt. Would be difficult.
I think it is better to save smoke signals. Flares are a different thing.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Do you hear a cat?
I was gonna say, I do hear that.
Somewhere.
Is that in your audio, or is there?
I think that's a bullseye.
It reminds me of my cat from home.
Bullseye, stop cleaning yourself.
He's licking his crotch.
Don't be like
Is
Barroth.
he that flexible?
Why do you think his name is so Butthole?
No, I guess it. I'm a bullseye.
Bullseye uses toilet paper like a real man.
Like a civilized individual.
Have you been teaching that to Butthole?
I've been trying, but he just won't listen.
Reggie, Shannon is like noticeably avoiding eye contact with you. You look her direction and she makes like a cartoonish whistle, like she's not doing anything. Yeah.
Make your way back to the proving grounds later, Shan.
Me? No, not at all. I was so busy at investment headquarters investing.
Oliver, was she working hard?
Hardly working.
What I've been able to notice, I know I have my normal duties in there, but I was also at like the.
She does do her job to exactly the amount that is required of her and nothing more.
Base. Yeah, she did her job. She wasn't spending an incredible amount of time there, but she was putting in the same hours I was.
Just less
Can
efficiently.
I name precisely what time I would have expected her there?
No, I don't
Rats.
know.
Like earlier that week, and was she there at approximately like an hour after
I mean,
it's 4 p.m.?
the time you saw her was when he also saw her. So.
Oh, that's true. So he wouldn't have been at the office.
No.
Out to lunch.
Yeah, you're also chatting up with a Matt after that.
Oh, yeah.
Maddie?
I know
No.
she likes to talk to Matt.
Ward does one of those like disappointed friends. Like, no.
Honey, no.
Even Xavier like frowns a little.
Matt.
He's like a dog.
He's what?
White woman.
He's friendly. He's loyal.
He's
He's
not
loyal.
either of those.
Give him a chance.
If you give him attention, and you're a woman, that's it.
I don't know how important that is.
I guess he hasn't tried
He
to
was
flirt with any of us, has he?
You!
Well, he told me I have mad game with the ladies.
No, that was a bro comment. That was a bro compliment.
I don't know. It kind of felt like he was trying to flirt with you.
No. Okay. To clarify, Matt sees Reggie as like the Chad.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you walk in, Matt's like,
Reggie has his beautiful wife.
yeah.
Everything
You're
is
like,
great.
His
Grayscale.
chiseled jaw.
yeah, you're like the peak male of Matt's eyes. So he looks up to you and he romances after you, but not in like an actual romantic way.
Okay.
Yet.
Ward had interpreted it wrong.
He fantasizes about what he could get if he were you.
It's the, what is it? Would I rather be, am I in love with him, or would I love to be him?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway, I thought we were supposed to be strategizing.
Yeah, that's for tomorrow.
Shannon, why are you here?
I'm part of the Blades of Dawn.
Is she still wearing her do-rag and stuff?
Yeah.
White woman moment.
Was she a part of your pre-established group? I thought the Blades of Dawn were a
Two-man squad.
No, they're not the 2-man squad. I thought they were an established group before the even the
Adam
Electric.
and I are the Blades of Dawn. But Innovation Electric requires us parties to have 4 people. So we co-opted Charles, because he's very useful, and Shannon, because she was affordable. And very useful. It is never a bad thing to have a hunting horn in your party.
A hunting horn.
Yes.
And not a switch axe?
Shannon's face turns beet red.
Too difficult to
Maddie lets me take him out on test drives.
I'm gonna have to speak with Matthew later.
I thought this was a different person. She said Maddie, and I was just like, who the fuck is that?
Can I insight check that?
You can.
10.
She's clearly been caught in some sort of lie.
Can I also incite her?
You may.
3.
You cannot believe that she would lust after that grotesque man.
Reggie's
Surely she must have an ulterior motive. Surely.
Reggie's almost
Is that
offended.
Huh?
So Reggie's almost offended.
Yeah. Like, she simply must have an ulterior motive. You have no idea what it is. And you are certain that she's lying of some kind? Not sure if that was it.
Investors, am I right?
She makes that face.
What makes you so interested in fire weapons then?
I like them.
In what capacity?
In the capacity that I like them?
Well, you know, you don't really need to understand the mechanics and design of them if you're not using them.
Xavier leans in. I'm sorry, is there a reason that you need to question my teammate? Is there something I need to know?
Well, she was just snooping her nose around the proving grounds earlier today.
Is
Or
that not allowed?
this week.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Is that not allowed? I portrayed him as slightly more skeptical. He's genuinely curious.
Oh, no, it's allowed. I gave her a little tour, but she was trying to get more information that she really needed for her job. More than general curiosity would grant you either.
Fine, you got me. I've been talking to Adam and I've been thinking about multi-classing. Jeez.
Can I look at Adam? How does he react
He's
to this?
smiling. File weapons are just superior, guys. That's how it is. I hate to break it to you, but file weapons are the future.
Do I know from my sister's investments, and therefore I probably would have to hear about like, how great Lantern Core was if there was any talk of like equivalents to file weapons. I know they were trying to make an equivalent to files.
They were advertising alternative files.
They were trying to invest in any sort of weapon-based lanterns.
You know that they have been trying to break into the weapons field, but they have not yet managed to make anything of useful design. Mostly because the lantern that they have is essentially a steam engine and cannot be minimized to portable weapon size.
Yeah. And Shannon has worked with them, or is it like a shareholder?
You know that she had some history in them in the past. That's all you got off her resume.
Okay.
No interview process.
I tried to reject him.
I'm a charge blade guy. Fire weapons in the future. Reggie knows this, right, Reggie?
Well, yeah, we got all our weapons integrated with files recently. As I hold my chain hook.
Well, the hammer, the bow, and the longsword don't, but yeah, chain hook. That's what I'm talking about. Xavier just shakes his head.
Or like looks at the bow that's hanging over the back of his chair. I don't really know how a file would integrate with this, but
Pulling action, maybe? Like a
Launch
like
files.
a compound bow.
Shannon is writing something down.
Imagine like launching
Hey,
files.
that's copyrighted,
explosives.
okay?
She looks over you.
Creative
In her
comments.
pocket.
Creative comments.
It's fine. You can hear from my legal team.
You're like the Nintendo legal team. You only do something once they have been slightly successful.
Once it's become a threat.
Oh, Pal World.
Anyway, should we begin strategizing?
Got sued by Nintendo for too much similarity in design.
It was for game mechanics, actually.
No, it was not similar. Yeah, it was because they have copyrighted the game mechanic of in a 3D environment, throwing an object at a monster that will then capture it and contain it. They have copyrighted that entire mechanic.
Just like how the studio behind Shadow of Mordor or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Which copyrighted their nemesis now.
Yeah.
You know
Funnily,
what
Yeah,
is that bullshit?
that's fucking.
It's such a good system.
funnily enough, though, Palworld, the company behind that, because they patented that in 2021 for Legends Arceus. The Palworld devs, 2 years before Legends Arceus had even been released or announced, basically made that exact mechanic in a game, in one of their games, that was obviously another knockoff of Pokemon or whatever, but that mechanic. So they technically have no grounds for it, but they'll still win anyways because in Japan they have more money.
All I know is I thoroughly enjoyed that game for the month, and when I saw the official forums from the Palworld devs saying just we're glad you enjoyed the game for the month, come back to it when we release more content, games are supposed to be cycled on and off, completely sold me, and I was like, when this game gets an update, I will come back and play it some more. And now I'm sad that it's probably going to get shut down.
Did you guys want to do any more strategy? The raids are done.
I'm good.
Not
We
particularly.
allow any more secrets?
I did want to talk amongst the party, though. I need Cole to leave the room, though, since he wasn't here for the last briefing.
Oh.
You are part of the team, funny.
The Blades of Dawn get up. Well, if you ever find any reason to ask us for any advice at all, I would be happy to help. One word I will note, we are going to lots of water, so wear heavy armor at your own risk. They returns to
Thank you, sir.
+7 athletics, go burn.
You can't swim in heavy armor.
You can't swim at all. What the fuck is that a real cat or is that part of your audio?
It's probably audio.
Okay, because it's been throwing me off. We were just
It's a
ignoring.
Gremlines.
It's a Gremlines!
We were just ignoring some
Scabby enemy.
alley cat.
I like to imagine they start they made trebuchet.
Someone threw bullseye.
They made a trebuchet?
Yeah, they just
It's
They got metal tools, but a
they got metal tools
trebuchet
and then
is
figure out just trebuchets overnight. They're just launching each other across the village.
Yeah.
Well, the Blades of Dawn bid you all delightful, fortunate farewell, and you are the only ones left at the potluck. The last table standing.
Oh yeah, we won the battle royale.
The Blades of Sean have been defeated.
chicken dinner, baby. Chili dinner. I don't know, I figured I'd like to catch up a little bit since our last excursion, if y'all got the time.
Yeah.
So it's been a long couple of days. Came across some stuff we obviously didn't include in the briefing. Didn't know if we wanted to talk about that or not, as well as some other aspects. Is everybody else gone?
Yeah. You guys are the last table.
So I feel comfortable talking normally. I know there's just some stuff that we chose not to disclose, and I feel like we should talk about that now that we're all out of the heat.
Okay.
Just curious as to what opinions you guys have on decisions we made in the moment.
Alright, then speak.
Cool.
Asking opinions. I did speak, and I asked a question, motherfucker.
Continue.
Okay.
I mean, do you have a more specific question?
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
our thoughts have already
Smash
been
or
pretty
pass?
prepared.
Every member of
Fine. First off,
pass. The only person I smashed is my wife.
amen. Okay, first question. Has there been any reconsideration of how we dealt with Ian and not Liz, Natalie?
So long as it doesn't come back to bite us, I don't really care what the fuck they're doing.
No. They seem to buy what happened, and I don't think. Honestly, I think they have a better chance out there than they would in here.
I'm more thinking from the mindset of, should they be found, does that tie directly to us, Or do we think we sold it well enough of we were going off of Liz's personal account of them dying?
That depends on our boss's discretion. If they're found, they're found. We'll figure it out then.
Because if it's the colonel they go to first, it's gonna look poorly on us. Just a heads up.
I think anyone could frame it poorly on us if they tried. I don't think there's any safe answer here, but
It's fair.
it's just based on whatever the mood is for the person who makes that decision.
Okay. And then secondly, what we found in that mountain.
Clearly not anything Gremline made or.
Remind me one more time the name.
The door?
Yeah. The name of the
Phoenicians or whatever?
Paleozo.
Or Paleozo.
Split image.
Paleozo?
Yeah, they're named after the Paleozoic
Okay.
era. There are subcultures.
Paleozoic?
Huh?
Paleozoic?
Paleozoic, however you say that. Also, yeah, there are subcultures called what are they called?
Blades of Sean.
Shaun of the Dead?
There are subcultures.
Okay.
But I don't think it will become relevant. Just they're called Paleozoics.
Okay. Any thoughts on it? Just curious.
You have thoughts on the door, Father?
I'm curious why you two were so insistent that we don't report it.
I don't want other parties trying to figure out how to get inside of that door before we do.
Why?
I think there is some importance
Nigel leave
behind
me
this
the
door, and I think
sketches?
that it is important that we
Did
are
you
the
open the
ones to
envelope?
open it.
No, not yet. But did Nigel leave me the other
Sorry, what
sketches
you
that
said?
he
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you over them.
Oh, I think there's an importance
Inside,
to
there are
us
300
opening
logs
the door before
in
anyone else.
a smaller version of the sketch.
Can I ask why? To elaborate on your feelings?
Nope. I just think that the door has some very has a lot of importance
To who?
to me personally.
Why?
Why?
Are you 5 years
Why?
old?
Why?
Sorry, I'm asking the very basic questions here that
Sorry,
you
no, that was
definitely
mean.
know the answer to.
Well, okay, I know the answer, but I don't know how much.
Yeah, I know you don't know how much you want to do, which is why I'm putting on the pressure.
I don't know how much I want to tell.
Exactly. So I'm asking you very easy questions that should be easy to answer.
I have my reasons. Bottom line, me and Ward obviously don't agree on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Just fundamentally, we don't agree on a lot of things. Yes. So. We both.
You agree with less things than I agree with.
Fair enough. We both agree that we shouldn't tell anyone because it is very obvious that this door is important. And regardless of why, it doesn't matter why I think it's important. It's just that we acknowledge the fact that the door and its contents are important, and it is an important thing that we are the ones that open the door.
No, I agree it's important. I just don't understand, and I don't think of myself as a very nosy person. If you got personal things, I don't really need or care to hear about it. But if you're asking me to stick my neck out on withholding information that could very easily get me in trouble if it were found out that we were withholding it, I'd like to at least know some additional context on why it is so important for you specifically.
There is some beliefs held within my religion that connect me to this door in ways that you would not be able to perceive.
Not able to be able to perceive? And then how did you perceive it?
Is this the faith speech? I'll
Yeah.
chime in. Is this the faith speech? We're not faithful enough to see what you see?
No. You just haven't been through the experiences I have. I can see things that other people can't because of the things I've been through.
Can you try to describe what you saw to us? We may not be able to see it, but we can attempt to understand.
Okay. I am sitting up.
He's at the table.
I don't know what I'm gonna say here.
Does Father drink? I forget.
Little.
I will slide you half of an ale.
He's going to
You
take
drink the
one
other
sip
half.
and put it down.
Well, Ward's had several. This was a stressful thing to put together.
There is the like hallucinations that Father has. Are they commonplace between all of the
They're
people?
becoming more common and more strong.
Well, between like different members of the face.
Oh,
there is the.
when they've been dunked.
Yeah, everyone sees the same thing.
When they're dunked,
Okay.
you are unique in the thing. Yeah, you remember? Okay.
Okay.
The thing, yeah.
So
You know, the thing at the place at the time.
It happened.
a
With
part
those people.
of
Yeah.
one of the final parts of becoming a leader in the what is this religion called again?
The cradle of the Night Mother.
Yeah, one of the final steps to becoming a member of the Cradle of the Night Mother is
The lullaby.
A bat.
a baptism where you are given visions, and most people
Do you
see.
do drugs for that?
I am not at liberty to discuss the
Specifics?
specifics.
You don't
of-
Shrooms.
Tell them beforehand?
No.
Okay.
It's a part of becoming comfortable with the unknown, you know? But a part of that, the vision
All the better for you.
is an endless sky full of stars. And as I was staring at this door, I began to see patterns in the door that reflected the stars and the constellations seen in those visions.
Remind me, Father, what is it that you and I disagree on so much?
I think it's the
Knowledge.
pursuit of knowledge, yeah.
Because where I pursue it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you are
A bystander.
more okay with learning what you learn, but being satisfied that there's no strive to learn more.
To some degree, yes. It's like learning small things, like learning how to fight better, learning how to like speak a different language, like learning like intelligence-based things. That's okay, but it's more of the trying to understand the
Bigger pictures?
bigger picture. Yeah.
Isn't that exactly what you'd be trying to do, though? By opening this door?
This
Trying
is
to pursue the Night Mother's either secrets or lost history?
Answering the unknown.
pursuing the unknown of.
I thought that was...
That's the
against-
pursuit of knowledge, no?
I thought
knowledge
I
of
thought
what's
you
behind
wanted
the
it to
door.
be kept unknown.
Can you help me out here? I'm kind of the.
Well, do you want him to be having a crisis of faith, or do you want him to construe it in a really weird way to rationalize it?
A weird way. He genuinely believes that like he is being drawn to open this door solely for the fact of just like it's.
Can I interject here real quick? Because I think I know where you're trying to go. Father believes because he was shown the door, it's knowledge he's supposed to receive. He is not pursuing he's not pursuing knowledge he's not supposed to have, which is a big part of what the faith is for.
I like that explanation.
The faith is all about accepting the unknown, and you don't need to pursue what you're not supposed to know. But things that you do learn, you were supposed to learn, is kind of the rationale.
The cradle wants to protect the air of mystery throughout the world. They want there to be things unknown. But in order for that to happen, you must first look and acknowledge it. To act through a door, similar to a baptism, is an act of acknowledging.
What he said.
Was I kind of on the right track?
Sure.
I think
it's his thing.
Yeah, I think what you said fits. That helps. I think that's gonna help me moving forward.
Since he saw the door, it's something he's supposed to see.
I saw the vision in the door. This is something that I am meant to know.
You are being called to acknowledge it.
Yes.
So I think that's the
No,
direction
no,
we were
no,
trying
you're
to go, and
definitely
I was
right.
like,
Okay, I can accept that you want and you need to see this, but why does that have to be first? Why can you not have why can we not have like the first say not the whole camp, the whole camp would be extraneous. Why not have the Blades of Dawn assist us with this? Why not tell Olaf and leave it to his judgment?
Father, since you have made contact with the door during the week, I have neglected to tell you that your visions have begun to change.
Oh dear God.
Now, as you normally do, you awake within the sea of stars. That figure stretches upon the horizon. But now you manage to reach it. Its hands form around you. And the shadows lift, and you find yourself back in the lake you were baptized in. The lake is a crater formed in the middle of a mountain range. A place almost as if held by cupping god hands within a region, and you find yourself drawn to the shoreline where you see that ominous door again. In your dream, there are no locks on the side. There are no keys necessary. You reach out, and the last thing you remember before you pass through the door is the eclipse.
which is supposed to be happening next week.
Nope, not next week. 2 weeks.
2
from now.
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 or 3
That's
weeks.
soon.
2 or 3 weeks.
Whichever
Narratively
is
convenient.
narratively, yeah.
You wake up in a cold sweat. This has been happening for the past 5 days.
That would be awful. The father's like, we need to open this goddamn door.
Even as you awake, you swear you can see the after image of the eclipse burn into your retinas.
Reggie's got eclipse glasses.
To give you a reason as to why I think that we shouldn't tell anyone else about this.
He's got his, what is the
the
visor
risk
that for
of
the,
someone,
you know.
like you said, it's knowledge that I am meant to pursue. Like, this knowledge has been given to me. I'm acknowledging the unknown here. I think this is an unknown that is only meant for me and the people close to me to acknowledge. And I think that if someone outside of this circle, like, gets through that door first, they might not know either what to do, or they might incorrectly use whatever is behind that door.
Okay.
Is it
Can I ask
heretical
you-
for us to be involved?
No. I feel like I've been inserted into this group of people, obviously for a reason. So
I'm done pressing it. He's giving me an answer I'm okay with. But what about your reasons? Why did you want to hide it?
My field of study involves history. It is extremely intriguing to me and something I am very passionate about. I know we all have different opinions of Innovation Electric, for better and for worse. And most of my experiences have been less than positive when it comes to respect of similar findings. And part of my concern is how similarly its discovery would be handled and treated. And while I have less sway than I used to for matters mostly out of my control, being able to spearhead such a discovery puts me in a position of advantage as far as how it's pursued afterwards. So in my mind, if we can return with information already gathered, we can continue to spearhead it. And I have reason to believe that we may have been the first to find the door.
Sorry.
It's incredibly ominous. So that music started playing.
I
think I'll disagree with you forever now.
We may have been the first to find the door. We may not have. And that thought troubles me greatly.
Well, we aren't. I don't know if you had noticed, but Bullseye made a comment earlier that implied that he knew exactly the.
He did?
Yeah, he said the ruins in the mountain.
No, he said in the
Sunken.
mud
So
plains.
Ward was asking him about the device.
Yes, and he said he had.
Bullseye said he had seen one on a stand in the ruins.
I thought he had said that he had seen something similar in the mountain.
And in the means of transparency, I believe one of those keys is in the ruins that we passed through.
Mm-hmm.
And if possible, I think tomorrow, before we set out on our journey on Saturday, we should go try and retrieve it. The Paleozo culture we know little about, and along those same lines, I would ideally like to be able to spearhead it.
Where would we store it? Where would we keep it?
We could keep it in my
Quarters?
in my quarters. I have several chests with way too many locks on them, and it's a gamble I'm asking of the rest of you, so I don't think it would be fitting for me to ask any of you to hold on to it.
Would it not? We aren't doing any more work in the plains or the flats, are we?
No, not at the present moment. That is where Xavier and Adam and Bullseye went to hunt that Great Rocky, though.
Yes, but they aren't. As far as official innovation lecture business, there's no plans to head back there.
Not at the moment.
And that conversation with Bullseye, having seen it, was before they went out to the ruins.
That was after, because you're talking about the potluck.
I asked him about the symbols and stuff during our conversation with him before they went out.
When would you have talked to him before?
I was pretty sure it was after.
Was it after?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Which is concerning, because I believe there are other parties looking into those keys as well.
Well, if Bullseye's aware of it, then I don't.
Then everyone is. All of China is aware of it.
If Bullseye's aware, there's no reason to information can spread quickly. I'm fine securing it and trying to get it in your quarters, but I thought it was a relatively large object.
I pictured it like.
It's about the size of my laptop screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was
concealable.
like the size of this playmat or whatever, and then it's like thick, like this thick.
No.
Okay. I thought it was like a large mechanism.
I mean, this is still quite large for a mechanism, but
Yeah.
I think securing it would be of utmost importance, as I do not believe we're the only ones looking for them.
All right. No, you'll have to bring something to barter with.
This is true.
Whatever you think would be equivalent to such a incredible, essentially miraculous mechanism. These Gremlines.
This is the same Gremline who gave you a bunch of tools for a pair of pants.
Yeah.
I can trade him my graphic.
Okay. To be fair, it's essentially sharp pieces of metal in exchange for sewn cloth.
Yeah. Which is a bad deal, by the way.
I can bring him a grappling hook. I'm sure they'd have fun with that. I think that might be a fair trade.
Do you trust the Gremlines having the grappling hooks?
Do I trust him? No, but it's not my problem.
How will you explain to Matt if your grappling hook is missing?
Well, I was planning to craft one along the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
I'm right here.
The crafter?
But between the two of us, we can build a grappling hook on the route.
Yeah.
And then I could trade that one. That would be my immediate plan.
Alright. We'll head out tomorrow then. Is this a trip that we could feasibly get done in a day?
You would have to leave at dawn and get back at dusk, basically.
I think it's worth it.
Is there any important meetings or briefings we must?
You're supposed to have the next day to prepare.
Okay.
So.
I think it's worth it.
Alright. Yeah.
And then, as we get further and further along in the evening, I would like to talk to Father alone, but that can be if anybody else has any quips or things they want to talk about before that. I don't want to take all of the spotlight.
As a no.
Okay.
You and Father should wrap up your conversation, then we'll just do the thing where you go get the thing, and then I want you guys to make your loadouts before we leave for the next session. So.
Okay.
Then we'll be done.
I appreciate you staying a little bit longer, Father. I think you and I might have gotten off on the wrong foot to begin with, especially now that we have a very common interest. I think it's important we discuss a little bit more in depth as to how we would approach it should this get pulled off properly. What would you need from me if we get this door open?
To not interfere with whatever needs to be done behind the door. You can study it after whatever needs to be done is done.
I will pull out the sketches from Nigel
Ooh.
to show
Okay.
Father.
Do you have any questions for him?
Are these sketches of the door?
They're of the keys.
Which would match the lock?
Oh. Do I recognize... Do they look familiar at all to me?
Only in the fact that you saw them by the door.
Oh, shit.
Nigel and the Colonel are
Matched a pattern.
Nigel and the Colonel are looking into this as far as a power supply for a grid.
So they think some kind of power source is behind them?
I don't have any proof that they know about the door, but it is
They know
odd
about the keys.
that they know about the keys, but also we could be using the word key incorrectly. He referred to it as a power supply similar to a file, but more advanced and more sustainable.
What he called it was a reservoir, a battery.
A
Yeah,
reservoir
I was just about to say. So they're less of keys, more like batteries.
to power the door.
Power
Well,
whatever the door.
If you think about it, batteries are just keys to get electronics to work.
Sure.
That's how that's my stat. There you go.
But so, this is part of my prioritization. I did not lie to him fully. He asked so that I keep it tight to my chest and make sure Reggie doesn't know about it.
Oh.
Big size.
This is why I waited for the two of them to leave.
Actually honoring your deal? Wow.
To some degree.
Woo!
Oh, well, if you tell him, then he tells them.
Then it's not my fault. And
My hands are clean of this sin.
my hands are clean. He asked me to keep it close to my chest as much as possible. And as this is important to you, I feel like that is well within my discretion. I have no intentions of telling Reggie directly, but that does not change.
If it comes up, it comes up.
If it comes up, it comes up.
You see, the Cradle actually has a certain practice where they hit themselves on the head with hammers before they go to sleep, so they can wake up forgetting one random thing to keep things unknown.
But I figured it would be, as you and I have a similar goal of pursuing this, think open discussion should be important, and as you revealed some extra cards I didn't expect you to this evening, I think it fitting. In Ward's mind, he's keeping true to the deal, which is why I did not roll deception.
Yeah.
I appreciate your willingness to collaborate on this.
And I know we disagree on a few things philosophically.
But our goals are the same.
For the time being. And as long as we can keep them that way.
Two perpendicular lines meet at some point.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh, you said perpendicular. I thought you said parallel, and I was like, I think that's the point.
No, even though the lines aren't traveling in the same direction, they meet at some point.
That's a good for it.
It is indeed. But I've greatly appreciated our work together so far, and that last sentence probably came off like a threat, and it was not intended to be.
What? Us? Our work?
I hope we continue working together, or we are working together for the time being. It sounded more hostile than I intended.
No, it's fair.
Time.
It's fair.
Ingredients. Time.
Like,
Not the intent.
Chili powder?
Yeah.
It's true though. For the time being, we can work together. Hopefully, we can continue to work together. You are a very capable fighter, as I have come to
Enough about this time.
realize.
Give me chili
Same
powder.
with you.
I was not expecting a man of books to be so adverse in combat.
So you say books, but my hands are always dirty, so it's the best of both worlds.
Fair enough.
Do you turn in for the night?
Fall asleep. Had one sip of alcohol, blacks out.
Do you turn in for the night?
Ward hangs out for probably another 10-15 minutes, nursing his drink, and then I will.
Father, that night, the vision replays itself in your mind as you recognize it. The new one. A dark expanse of the ocean, almost like a night sky. A menacing figure in the distance, hands clasping around you, then open to reveal the crater lake. But this time as you journey along to the shore, you're not alone. Ward stands next to you in front of the door.
It's a sign. The vision says Ward should be there.
You both reach for the door, and this time you're not sure if it's an eclipse or an eye that greets you on the other side. You wake in a cold sweat.
The plot thickens.
What are these?
It's Emmy and Carter Part 2! You're literally a dex-based samurai, and I'm a form of a scientist / historian. This was unintentional, and I love it.
Fuck, dude, you know what?
Make a note of that, just to be safe.
Alright, make your loadout for the estuary, because you will be leaving pretty much immediately in the morning after you get back. So,
Fucking father's gonna come to Carter in the morning and just be like foaming at the mouth.
I highly recommend we just all take ghillie cloaks, make this as subtle as we can.
For today's or for
today.
tomorrow?
I'm having you guys establish your loadout for the next mission.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant for this quick expedition.
All you had to do was get out there, give them whatever the fuck you were planning to give them, and then get back.
Yeah, I was just going to say we all take ghillie cloaks, just max stealth to.
Yeah, you can for flavor if you would, but I am having you guys now do the estuary loadout.
So I'm bringing my trusty ghillie suit, my psycho serum, my field kit. I'm leaning towards a grappling hook, and then either flares or an air bladder, since I know we're going to be dealing with a lot of water.
Matt and Xavier and Adam are both, and Charles actually are already at materials. So if you need advice, feel free to ask.
So
Yeah, I'll ask. I'm leaning towards flares or an air bladder, and I'm not.
Xavier nods. Both are quite waterproof.
Oh, I guess I can add something new to my kit.
Myself, I am foregoing heavy armor for this mission.
I have flares, so I'm good on that front. If you need them for the utility, I got it.
Okay. I don't like always asking for it, but at the same time, they're so useful. Okay, I'll take an air bladder then.
If you encounter water, you can still make a boat if you have learned how to advance craft. You could get a tortoise to carry you in the water. There's ways to get around it, but for me, I'm passing on heavy armor this time.
So if I have
And
medium
quite
armor
crafty.
plus the extended backpack, I have 6 slots.
Yes, in medium armor.
What's your intelligence?
Plus 1.
He did not buy it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't do anything with that. So I have the whetstone and the immune booster, which I would like to keep.
Sorry, what do you have? What type are you taking? Light?
Medium.
Medium? Okay. So you have 7, right?
7?
6.
No, 5 plus 1.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So whetstone, the immune booster.
I have 5 in
The
light
things I have
armor.
written
though.
down right now are rations and dash pill. I would like to try to use the dash pill again and actually use it next time instead of just sitting with it in my inventory. I think rations I would like to keep just because I get hit a lot.
No.
So that leaves me with 2 slots.
Sorry, what are you taking? Are you taking the field kit again?
Yeah.
Is,
As far as you guys are concerned, field kit and air bladder.
is
And then
there
I have my
just
3
rope
selfish choices.
Yes.
that I can take?
Absolutely, you can just take rope.
I feel like the last 2 times we've gone out with no rope, we've had situations where it's like, man, rope would have been fucking useful right now.
You basically use me as an improvised piece of rope.
And yeah, so
You
I'm
could-
bringing rope.
You could also bring Old Scratch and have him carry rope and one of those other items.
Xavier nods. I believe a Mortis or a Kanan could carry someone in heavy armor and water. So, just think about it.
You could, I don't remember, one of those things could be on Old Scratch instead of being on your person.
A hireling is 3 slots. They are 1 slot. They have the other 2 on the person.
Oh,
So for like the rope or the dash pill wouldn't apply
You would want the dash
I
block.
could put
Yeah.
rations and rope
on Old Scratch.
Just don't let him eat it.
Huh?
Just don't let him eat it.
Fucking I would beat the shit out of a dog. That's a lie. Scratch that from the record. I will not hit a dog.
But if you have 2 slots and you're leaning towards rope and some other miscellaneous thing,
I might as well just
I
take
think
a companion.
Old Scratch would be the best
What
bet.
benefits do I get from Old Scratch?
You could use an action on your turn to command you to do 2 actions.
Basically, hirelings are action multipliers for non-attacks. So you can move twice as 1. You can have it use items twice.
Use
It
utility items.
also starts with a spirit for a free action thanks to an upgrade by Robert being a generous man.
On your first turn,
Is it once per hunt or once per combat?
once per combat.
Wow. Pretty good.
On your first turn,
I also just
Old
like the idea of
Scratch
Old
could
Scratch
do
coming
3
along.
things. So in essence, your first turn has 5 actions, 3 of which must be spent. I mean, you can have Old Scratch attack 3 times, but it's inefficient.
You could also have Old Scratch speed blitz you to wherever you want to be on the map.
Which would be helpful.
You could also give Old Scratch like a utility item, like a flare. I don't know if it's possible for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have him just like move you and then also flare to like just inflict a random stagger. Or he could play. He could. No, I'm not gonna give you card flute advice. Card flute is int for you. I'm sorry.
Guard flute is kind of you must have you need a vision.
I just think there's a lot you could do with Old Scratch, and if you have the gear slots, I don't see why not.
Can Old Scratch wear a mantle?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, instead of... Somebody needs to bring a Maddox. Because we're going to be doing digging
Yeah, someone
and
does.
water supply. I've already got the air bladder.
Do you have the smoke signal and the sample kit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it? I thought we each got smoke signals. Is it just one across the whole party?
For bookkeeping, I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
only one
okay.
person. Assuming that you're all together all the time.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, I'll have the sample kit and smokes.
So I can put the digging supplies on Old Scratch as well, but
Yeah.
then...
Well, here's the thing. Old Scratch can use the Mantox as a weapon, too.
Yeah, you can hold it in his mouth, and then he can inflict stagger on it.
You know the memes of the dog holding a sword? Now just picture it a pickaxe.
We back at the mines.
So I could bring the digging, the Maddox, and a rope on
Yep.
Old Scratch, but then Is there a consistent way I can get heals in between fights without rations?
You can always just hunt.
Rations are super easy to forage.
Okay, cool. That's what I kind of figured, but
If you want, you can also, instead of giving him rope, because I think rope is also
Can
pretty
I
easy
just
to
use
forage.
an air bladder to make myself float? Maybe?
Yeah, you can. I'm not promising it'll be easy, but you can.
Is there value in having 2 air bladders?
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Basically, instead of having that send one person head to scout and say like, "Hey, go this way," we send 2.
You're gonna spend 2.
Charles nods. We're giving everybody an air bladder, actually, in the Blades of Dawn. That's how much water there is.
Okay.
How much of a tree line is there?
He holds up like a kind of sketch of the area. The entire southern portion of the estuary is all mangrove trees. After that, it fades through wetland and then the shore.
What is it terrain-wise, height-wise? I'm weighing a grappling hook because it's been useful on other excursions.
It would be useful in the mangrove forest. Maybe there's an area with a lot of carnivorous plants. Other than that, it's mostly water.
Carnivorous plants.
But Xavier shakes his head. I'm a grappling hook man. I never leave my home without a grappling hook.
I never leave my home without my ghillie suit. I have 12. So.
I'm trying to figure out what I should take as the last item because I'm taking light armor this time, so I've got 5 slots.
Air bladder. You good, Cole?
I did dead hangs yesterday for like a total of a minute, spread over like 5 sets. And by the end of it, I was like grabbing onto the bar, like bracing myself and really focusing, and then dropping all of my weight on my fingers, and then like 5 seconds, my fingers just went.
Can you do a one-handed push-up yet?
Yes. Fuck you. Yeah, I have
Really?
been for a while.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Fuck you.
Can't
I can
prove
do
it.
push-ups just fine.
One-handed.
Oh, yeah, one-handed push-ups. I can do one-handed
Oh, really?
push-up. Not great. The form is not there. But
Shannon is giving bullseye card flute.
Never seen it, so.
Not a warhorn?
This is gonna go poorly. I'm
Should
so
I take a
sorry.
buddy and have it just
I
carry me?
also
Also,
did pull up
okay.
still
Steal bullseye from
assistant
them.
You can if
still
you want.
failure,
They have
but
other
still,
dogs.
pull up still
Or
failure.
like a
I just
tortoise
remember
or-
last time
Actually, dogs are like
we
things
talked
that
about
carry
the
you.
one-handed. You couldn't.
Steal bullseye.
I want something to carry me. Bullseye's smaller than me.
Oh!
I did
You-
one.
If you
Comrade?
both want dogs, you can, but that's
I like popped my back.
You can take a
it's up
warden.
to you guys.
I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
no.
Period.
I always
Is
do.
that that useful for Reggie?
I don't
That's
think
just
my
me,
knee would
again.
allow it, but I
Yeah.
want to try, actually.
Oh my god, dude.
They're not meant
I
for
just got
swimming either,
some-
right?
I ordered
I
that
can't hear what you're saying.
They're not
flashlight.
meant for swimming. They're tortoises.
Tortoises can help you
The
swim.
estimated
Yeah.
delivery time was Tuesday.
Also, he
I
could just
got
have
an
Old
email
Scratch
saying he'll
carry
be here
you.
tomorrow.
Solid.
Yeah.
So that's
Old Scratch is capable of
sick,
swimming.
I guess.
He's a big dog. He's got
So,
a lot of fat on him.
Big boy.
Left-handed yet?
I
I'll
barely
do
do
an air
remember.
bladder.
As much as I try to sell people on animal buddies, I actually think that as a hammer, you probably don't want to.
No, I don't. I don't want to deal with having another thing to think about.
Your job is to move in.
Cole, may I use your dog in the water
Huh?
as a
She wants
steed?
your dog water.
Dog, I'm fucking go for it. I don't care.
Hey, you got permission. You have a full. You can order Old Scratch around as much as you want.
What's in the rest of your kit?
Oh,
Yep, you just gave it permission.
What, me?
Oh,
I just added air bladder.
fucking, that's
There,
not
I,
my dog.
I have no incentive to change my kit.
That's fair. Glider cloak
Dog
is superior.
in
Glider cloak, whetstone, expert's
Can
tools.
we use your
Like,
dog
and I have my
in-
2 whetstone. The
Oh,
one I just
dog
carry
water.
around.
I heard, can we
And I'll
use
throw
your
if I
dog
need to
water?
or
And I was like,
consume.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Just remember that if you're holding stuff in your hands, you gotta drop it when you fight.
That makes
Yeah,
more
really
sense.
things, you know.
That you say that, so.
I am trying to decide on last time because I have
Oh.
grappling hook for free, and I get 5 items beyond that because I have.
How many you get?
I have 5 items.
Light armor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing a Mirage cloak.
Intelligence slot.
I need it. Don't ugh me.
Bro's double dip.
Otherwise, I waste my first turn gathering up so much gale.
Is that a waste?
Yes, I have to be in melee for it.
Who the fuck is Gale?
Gale of War.
Gale is a token that if you have it makes you do cool shit.
Yo, Gale sounds like a cool dude.
No, he eats your magic items. and
Yeah, I
all
was
this
gonna
game.
say.
Asshole. I have a slinger.
Yeah.
Also
Mace.
mandatory.
It's mandatory.
Yes.
That's the price of chain hook, baby.
I've got flares.
Yeah.
I got a whetstone.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I think I should have a utility item that is hard to forage for a 5th item.
Air bladder.
So I was thinking smoking poultices, air bladder, or something else. I don't know how much I'll need an air bladder, considering I'm in both light armor to swim and also have my grappling hook to just avoid water if I need to.
I'm more carrying the air bladder for somebody else to have, because I'm also in light armor and with the grappling hook.
Do you guys have fun picking items?
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's not enough? Or do you feel like there's too many?
I really think these are good about. I'm just looking for NPC suggestions right here.
My only issue with it is I get into the habit of just like, okay, I have the same 4 that I want to take on everything.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to make that 5th slot.
That's just a playstyle type thing, though.
No, yeah.
You chose the playstyle.
And also,
and
just-
stick with it.
You don't even need to put anything there. You can just forge stuff out in the field if you feel like you need to.
100%.
Reggie can make anything.
But
Ward can make everything less efficiently.
in my opinion, if you don't know what to put there, just slap a ration in there. Can't go wrong with that.
That's what I did last time, but I never got hit.
Slap a ration on there.
Man,
Bitches
I
love
hate
rations.
evasion.
No.
I took a death save last time.
When I said I never got hit in HP, I couldn't recover immediately after.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well then once you guys figure out your kit, I'll just narrate that you all go out to the mud flats, go back
Kiss
to
each
the
other.
ruins. You what? Kiss each other?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Along the way, you manage to craft a grappling hook out of materials you find, and you are successfully able to trade it for what you can call, Brad, a shocking mechanism.
Oh, do we have Maddox yet?
We have
Scratch it.
one.
Oh.
Isn't
But a second one
shocking
wouldn't hurt.
mechanism listed somewhere on that thing?
It is.
The project board.
It is. Thank you for noticing. So yeah, you want to contribute
Well,
to...
it's what is the word? Sufficiently vague enough to have piqued my interest.
If you want to contribute to power plant research, you will have to submit that. Unless you find another one.
Well, I need 2 for the door.
Maybe they could... Well, Nigel told you they're trying to make more.
Yeah, but he's not just gonna give me 2 of them. Especially if the
you want
colonel
more,
has any say.
Just saying.
If the colonel has any say, he's not making 2. I have a higher chance of convincing Reggie to build me one than actually going through them, which
Just
I
think
probably will do.
Just